You're listening to the Here for the Clout podcast. Here are your hosts, Sherrilyn Dale and Cece Suarez. Yeah, baby.
Hello, Clout Queens, Kings, and In-Betweens. Welcome back to the Here for the Clout podcast. I'm sick, but I have golden boobs.
I am just getting over sick, but I am at arm's length of the bathroom, and I am your other host, Pussy Princess.
You're welcome.
Missed you.
We missed each other more, but we did miss you as well. The lens of my camera sitting in a room alone. Just kidding. She's here too. So yeah, I missed you a lot. Do y'all get sick after traveling? I usually do get a cold after traveling.
See, I don't usually get a cold.
Yours is a butt cold.
Yeah, sometimes, but I'll usually get like the sick that I got when we got home on like day 3 for like a day or two, but then I just like load up with Pepto-Bismol. Yeah. And so I was like, oh, like we are great. Like everything went so smoothly, minus the fact that I thought I had an ulcer for one of those days. But anyways, and then we come home and just out of nowhere, it was like I didn't even have time to get to the bathroom most days.
Yeah, that's rough.
It's a lot of information for you guys. You're welcome.
Yeah, almost right when we got home, Tony got sick, had cold sick, and he went to the sheriff's office doctor. And then within like 3 days, I was like, I swear to God. And then I took a nap and then woke up and I was like, I feel like death. Yeah, is awful. And he's feeling better, but like my chest is like burning. But anyways, we had so much fun. And we'll get into all that in a minute. However, we got some shit to talk about. Are y'all ready? Because holy
I'm
damn.
so excited for this.
However, hold on. You said boo tomato. I have to catch up on our boots on the ground representative that we have at the Trisha Paytas Eras of Trish tour. Our correspondent we have there. So let's see. She is just hooting and hollering. I love it. Chelsea, help me with my damn Skims. I almost just fell and broke my skull. I'm just like the Skims expert, I guess.
It really looks cute. She
looks adorable.
Of her opening up or something to Lizzie McGuire. Old Trish.
Listen, I'm so sad we're not there, but I wouldn't have been able, I don't know how people like travel so much, like with kids. Like I was crying on the plane. I'm also a little, listen, y'all might think I'm a heartless bitch. However, I'm a sensitive little soul. I cried when I saw a whale.
That's true as well.
Yeah, I still have, that is a fact. I still haven't edited the travel vlog, but I will. I promise you, it will be up.
I gotta see
probably
what you
tomorrow.
are like missing, because like that last night, when you're like, well, I don't remember that. There's a lot of video from that night, so I gotta toss it in.
Why was I yelling at everybody? Why was I inside your nose?
I also don't recall.
And then Tony's in the back of that one laughing at us at the beginning of it.
Well, yeah, we have footage of them bromancing like on their last night together.
Well, I think I was yelling, what's his name? Gary? Craig?
Love Gary.
Yeah, he already texted Tony and was like, I love you. Yeah. See you when you come in August to Atlanta. And we're like, Gary.
Yes. Probably one of the greatest guys we've met on like a vacay. Big fan.
Yeah, big fan. And our daughters.
You guys have a niece, all you aunts and uncles out there.
Yeah.
Her name's Kate.
Well, and
mine's Kate. The one I was responsible for was Kate. I don't remember the one you were responsible for.
I thought that was your daughter.
Yeah, Kate.
Well,
yeah. Kate's my daughter.
Well, I have Carolyn. I love her so much.
Right, Carolyn. We love Carolyn.
And they all just kept, by the end of like the pool day, they all just kept calling Tony Uncle Tony.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was hilarious. And then I made him put SPF on Kate. It was hilarious. And she's like, are you sure? And I was like, please go.
Yeah, we did.
You are burning. Please
go see Uncle Tony. You are red as a tomato. You got to get out of here.
They're so little and so cute. So they are from Baylor.
Yeah, they're from Baylor.
Yes. And they are in Greek life, which, hey, can't relate because I got politely asked to leave college twice. So they are in little Greek life there. And what was the name of their house? So they're in
the brothel or something. Kate
brothel
made
house.
it because she's like, no one wanted me. So
I love it. She made her own house. She is part of a sorority, but like there's like the big sorority. We learned so much lore. There's like the big like colonial, like looking like a plantation, like the colonial style, like I was supposed to say plantation houses, no Chelsea stop, but the sorority houses. But then like not all of them live there, so some of them live in like different little like offshoot houses, right? Well, she couldn't get into another one of those, so she just was like, all right, well, cool. I'm just gonna rent my own house and
I
find
adore
friends.
her
And she was
so
like,
much.
wait, but I
Yeah,
don't
she's
have
like,
friends.
I don't have friends. She went and just randomly met people. And they were like all so adorable. She's like, yep, that's my vibe. You're a mess. My vibe.
Oh my God. I have been suppressing some memories from that day. I have to show you this picture. Kaya, I know you're going to text me and say, hey, just give us this picture. Tony has pictures of us at the pool looking like we're like hosting a conference and all the girls are just listening to us.
Oh yeah, Brent has that
And
one too. It's adorable.
yeah,
We were the den mothers.
yeah. Kind of like how Camilla is for the Bop House.
That's definitely what it was giving, but like
That
much
is,
older than
yeah.
Camilla.
Yeah.
I was dead.
Yeah.
It was great. It was fun. We'll
It's
insert a
rough.
photo of Kate and Carolyn, our little children, your
They're
nieces.
so cute.
They are.
Yeah, I love them. And then Madeline was really cute too. She just kept doing handstands. I'm like, Madeline, stop. Stop it. You don't need to do handstands or flips. Where did you get that surfboard? Get that out of the pool.
Oh yeah, she got in trouble for the surfboard.
Fucking
And then
crazy.
I started doing something that I didn't know about. It was drinking the rainbow. So then you start at the first color and then go all the way down. And so I was doing that with the kids. And I was in the pool all
With the
day.
kids.
I don't go in the pool. I was in the pool all day.
Yeah, so I'm a pool bitch. I definitely go in the pool. Tony and I love the pool. And him and I were not really on the same page the night before. We were a little sassy with each other. And so the next morning he woke up, and I love a cabana. Love a cabana. Love where I can sneak off and get in the shade and then come back out. So we came back up to the room and he was like, hey, do you want to go get breakfast? And I was like, yeah, where have you been? It's 7 a.m. And he's like, oh, I went and reserved our 4 chairs, and then I reserved the cabana for the whole day too. And I was like, is this your way of apologizing for being sassy with me last night? And he's like, you were mean to me too, but yes. I was like, okay. Got it. But it was amazing. And would y'all like to see, you know what? Let's play one of my favorite videos from this past, it's going to be like 2 weeks ago by now, but like from this past trip of Sherrilyn holding me in the pool and Tony taking a video of us, but then her forgetting that she was supposed to be holding me, and then she puts her legs up, and then we almost drowned. Here you
I don't
go.
remember this.
Woo! Woo! Oh my gosh, Charlotte! You were supposed to be the support.
And you can hear me say, Sherrilyn, you were supposed to be the support. And you go, oh.
I was drinking the rainbow.
She made it to,
I made it
you
all
made
the way
it
to the purple.
blue.
No, I had a purple.
You mean violet.
Violet.
Roy
sorry.
G. Biv. Violet, yeah. Violet, you're turning violet.
Yeah.
Well.
Okay, who are we starting with today? Lauren or the other gals? I'm like on the edge of my seat about Lauren. I've been wanting to talk about this, so my preference is that, but
Okay. So if you don't know, which you don't know is a lot, it says Peter Mon. R.I.P. Peter, you'd have loved this. He's still alive. Just kidding. We ain't getting rid of his ass. We love Peter Mon. Cheers to Peter Mon.
Cheers
Shall we?
to Peter Mon.
I love him so much. He's 50 and he can still kick. I have way too many Peter Mon quotes queued up. So Lauren the Mortician. You all know about this bitch?
More famously known as Janet's client.
Listen, she's got to pay the legal fees somehow, okay?
That are not going to be paid by Jesse, Lily, Becca, or Kitty.
Yeah, you got to pay for those, girl. So that's crazy. So she has been accused of and known for taking not the best sponsors. And don't get me wrong, there's that, like I feel like with any sponsor, you could find something wrong with it, right?
Yeah.
Literally anything. And hey, what are you watching this on? A Samsung TV? Well, guess what? I don't know. I don't have anything negative to say about Samsung. But hey, you watching this on an iPhone? Cool. The Chinese government's the worst. I don't know. Okay, still something. You own a Tesla? Canceled. Right?
Literally.
still. So there's good things and bad things about every single sponsorship, every single thing. And like I said, I mean, with any of ours too, I'm sure you could be like, oh, well, if I look into this and oh, they have this and that and whatever. And it's like, okay, just, I got to make money somehow, buddy. I'm sorry. But at least we're not doing what she does. So Lauren the Mortician is a TikToker who makes content. How would you just quickly describe what she does?
I think she was like, I think she started popping off because she was giving, I don't know, like her insight of what it is like to be a mortician and working at a funeral
home. It's like a family business.
Yeah, it's a family business. And so people would ask questions. I think that's something a lot of, like, the majority of people are very curious about. They're like scared about death. What happens? What's the process like? You know? And so there's this almost a little bit more of a comfort and ease of knowing like what happens at that point when you get there and what the process is, what it looks like, because you're not going to know at that point. So she was just kind of like educating people on things. And I thought, you know, like some of the stuff that I would come across, like it could have like really served a really great purpose if she just didn't go, in my opinion, psycho, and like her ego grew so fast and it went to like to the worst.
Well, and then also, you know, potential, reportedly, allegedly, not in our opinion, maybe, I don't know, homophobic undertones, you know, with like
with Jamie the car seat, like expert. Yeah, that was.
We love Jamie here. Jamie's the best. He's great. So yeah, that's horrible and awful. Yeah, if you are unaware, hey, do you watch the Do We Know Them podcast? You probably do. So they were, well, currently, unfortunately, still are, but were in a lawsuit with Lauren the Mortician and her lawyer, Janet, government name, Jeanette Braun, right? Now, that was for defamation, blah, blah, all this bullshit. And that, everything basically has been dismissed, other than just one thing with Lily. Of course, but meaning everything has been dismissed, including everything with Lauren. So like Lauren's out of it. This entire time they had this lawsuit going. And if you want to watch any like recaps or anything like that of this, like the entire lawsuit, I mean, I know I have videos on it. Ian Runkle of the Bailey has videos on it too. He has really good ones on it. He has entire playlists. I do too though, but he is a lawyer.
Thumbnails about it.
It's so good. She gets more like gremlin-y and more like, what's it called? How do you say Mucinex booger? Oh, yeah, that. She's like more and more decomposed every time. So Lauren's part of the big lawsuit has been completely dismissed, which is great for her. The entire time she was going through all of this, I was like, why? What are you doing? Why have you not backed out yet? Like, you know, you don't have to do this.
Yes.
Like, this is expensive. You don't make that much money. Like, what are you doing? And she has taken a lot of, I don't want to say sketchy, but like not super reputable sponsorships and done a lot of like not super great deals. For instance,
one that up to,
I got no clue, girl.
Yeah.
Jenna sent me a TikTok of hers the other day, and I was like, no, Jenna, we do not support. We don't support this person.
Jenna, where have you been?
Like, yeah, come on.
Somebody remind us in the comments to add some links for anybody who like doesn't watch Do We Know Them, even though I'm sure like 90% of you guys do, and doesn't know like anything about the lawsuit aspect. Chelsea's done some videos. Yeah, like you said, Ian did. And then we'll also link the ones for Do We Know Them. And that kind of covers what she was doing prior to all of this. And then it was like she kind of disappeared.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say necessarily like disappeared. I think she just kind of pretended like nothing happened. And so I don't know. It was strange, but yeah, there's
she
that.
And from my FYP, and that is okay.
Yeah, girl, that's fine with me. I don't need her to exist in my world. She's obnoxious. So she has multiple times now, and I've done a few videos on things that she's done, been sponsored by not super, reputable brands, and they can be pretty sketchy. Now, she did a video, which we will play it here in a minute, but she did a video where she talks about like losing weight, right? And people are like, oh my gosh, what have you done? Or what product is this? Blah, blah, blah. And then she links it in the comments. The first red flag for you should be like, well, why doesn't she just say what brand it is? Why doesn't she say what product it is in the video? Like, that makes no sense. Like, why gatekeep it? Why?
That's what they do.
Unless it's, well, I know, right? Well, unless it's like, oh, here, comment blah 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 and I'll send you the link. Like that's different.
That's
if it's like
because it can be any type of affiliation.
Yeah, if it's like an actual like an Amazon product or something, or like here's a
Your
bubble
LKT
thing for your kid
or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, you're like to know it thing. But this is like sketchy. So she commented what it was, and someone commented back to her. And like I said, we'll play the video. Actually, no, let's go ahead and play the video right now. The comments obviously are, I'd say like they're not great, but like, so like the ones on Facebook, I'd say are like past my vibe check more. The ones on Instagram and TikTok are more so, I mean, I wouldn't know about the ones on TikTok because she has me blocked on TikTok, but as one does. But the ones on Instagram are like, it's just annoying. And I mean, they're positive. That's why I think they're annoying. But this person, so it says what I'm doing. And she put EllieMD.com/Lauren the Mortician, which means that she's a representative with them. Mm-hmm. She's a distributor for them. And this person commented and said, "Oh my God, this is a MLM, really. You should be deeply embarrassed and ashamed of yourself. Shame on you." And I really wish that I could see what they said, but however, I can't because, again, blocked and stuff. So let's talk about EllieMD. Shall we? Shall I tell you about it? Shall we go? You're so excited. Okay. That's her excited face. So EllieMD is a health and wellness company that combines telehealth services with direct selling. Those are two things I never want to be combined.
Like what?
I never ever want those things to be together. That is so predatory. Yeah.
Yeah. We thought
That's
better health was just bad on its own. On its own. Own. I help brain cells, I think, okay?
Yeah, are you all right?
No.
I'm not either, so it's okay.
We're still here together, babe.
Yeah, no, listen. I'll bring one brain cell and you bring one you got left too. We'll rub them together.
Okay.
I don't know what's going to happen.
They could multiply. They could get smaller. We don't know. I'm willing to take the risk.
Well, that's a bold choice on our part. So, launched in mid-2024. Oh, so last year. By, cannot pronounce that name, some person, formerly the CEO of, Chelsea, come on, try your best, girl. Let's get it. Quiral, Qyral. Because you know what? Branding, right? Why would you ever have to just pick a good name that anyone can spell or pronounce? Exactly. That's what these MLMs do.
Yeah.
These MLMs, they're like, you know what? Let's name it this, but add in like 4 silent Z's and Q's.
Yeah. They won't catch on because they're not going to be able to enter it into Google.
Let's find out. Are we going to pick a nice name? Let's find out. They're not at all. God, I cannot wait to see Robert. Oh, he saw Hannah today. They were at,
really?
Yeah, they met up at Disney.
Aww.
I'm so happy they did, though. I know it makes me so happy. I was going to like scream in his face if he didn't meet up with her. I'll probably still scream in his face.
No, don't.
It's okay. EllieMD's offerings include prescription-based products for weight management, notably compounded semaglutes. What did you say to me when we were at La Farmacia? She said, "Oh, look, they have Ozempic." And I was like, "What? Which one?" And she goes, "Look, semaglutide." I don't know why. We were pretty drunk. I mean, I was at least.
You were. You did the drinking for me on the boat.
I had a great time.
Yeah, it was. That was my worst day, but it was a wonderful experience. I do love it.
Yeah, it was real fun. Okay.
Semaglutide.
Semaglutide.
They do sell that there over the counter, like for $100. Did we stock up?
That was not how much it was.
No,
it was $300. That's why I didn't get it.
It was $300.
Yeah, which is, I mean, it's still cheaper than getting it here because it's like around $500 to $800 a month here. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it might be cheaper here then.
No, it's. Do you know how to do math?
No, because I think it was like, I'm trying to think of like what I don't want to expose my relative, like which one, but I thought it was like $250 a month here.
All right, so semaglutide, I don't remember how they spelled it. Okay, so with the active ingredients in Ozempic, whatever, the generic form of it, right? Which prescribed by licensed physicians after an online health quiz. Okay, totally legit. Awesome. If you're not going to see someone in person, That's insane to get that type of medicine. Like, you could just lie. I mean, you could also lie in person too, but you could just lie. Like, that's crazy. That is so dangerous.
I wonder if that's like also like part of like the coaching thing. Like if you're an affiliate and you're like trying to get people on it and like peddle it to them, they tell you what to say. I wonder. We need someone to infiltrate.
Can you imagine how this could just like how do you? Because you're not gonna try to recruit people who are already like super skinny. So you're gonna go up to someone and be like, "Hey, you big fat fatty, you want to go down some weight loss injections?"
It's literally so predatory because I mean, it's the stay-at-home mom, and again, it's usually women that are like insecure about those types of things.
Which, hey, we're insecure about those things. We're not above that.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
It's so predatory all the time, no matter what.
You know how they probably get you though too is what they probably do. Again, I don't know, I'm not in it, but what they probably do too is they're probably like, "Oh, well, this is super expensive, but if you sign up under me and join and then you recruit like 4 people, then like your injections are free."
Right.
You dirty bitch. Sorry. Okay. That's gross. Don't do that. And I would love to be like, "Oh, just work out and eat healthy," but
no,
I know
I mean, I
like
don't
you can plateau and whatever.
like on it, and I've had family members and friends who have had so much success with it.
So many people I know are on it.
Right. And like I've seen like close friends of mine who struggle with their weight entire life, just the way that their metabolism has been since literally in childhood. Tried everything, done the fasting, starving themselves in the gym, trying so much, and just gutted that they can't have this like next phase of their life, like this body, that they want, and something that's been over their head. And as much as you want to say like, "Oh, like everybody's beautiful and whatever," and that's fine too. I do believe that a lot of women look better with weight on them than they do when they get super skinny. That being said, it's not our journey to like say that. So if it's somebody's that wants to achieve that and this is going to help them, and that for once in their life they're finally able to feel confident, and I see this like different light in their eyes, like go and do what you need to do. But don't be just preying on people.
It's just like surgery or like a nose job or something. Like some people are so against it, and I'm like, who the fuck cares if you're in the right headspace? Why do you care?
How is that affecting your life?
It doesn't. But like, for instance, I've told Cher, I'm like, that's it. I am booking laser lipo. Like, I'm doing it. And there's some people who are like, "Oh my God, don't. That's so like, oh no, blah, blah." And it's like, but first of all, you're not walking around in my body and it doesn't affect you. So you're not paying for it. You know that, right? Like it's not any of your business.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy how like people will be like, "Well, no, that's not going to make you happy." And it's like, no, it could. Like if someone, again, if they're in the right headspace, like.
Yes, I think I love that you said that too about the headspace.
It's like in Botched, the show, that was
the only thing also. Was that also the only thing that was in English on your guys' TV at the resort?
No, there were we kept telling
you were too busy for boning on the balcony. We watched pretty much all of Botched.
How dare you? And yes, we were very busy boning. Not just on the balcony. There was a hot tub on the balcony.
Yeah. And you did make your own little privacy with the couch.
There was also like a privacy thing in front of the thing.
This is also true.
This bitch loves to rewrite history. I swear to God. I cannot with you. Anyway, so it is an MLM, and in practice, I love how it says in practice. So in practice, kind of like how in theory this happens, in practice this happens. So in practice, customers sign up for a telehealth consultation and, if approved, receive these personalized weight loss shots through EllieMD's platform. Notably, the CEO, Sigari, that's their last name, I know how to pronounce it now, positioned EllieMD as a vibrant community of women entrepreneurs.
Oh,
I hate you. I hate you so much. And a fresh take on network marketing in the wellness space. Gross.
It is so gross and predatory.
So disgusting. From the outside, industry observers recognize EllieMD as an MLM and essentially cloning of the previous business model that the CEO had. So like he basically like had this one company and then he just rebranded it into now this
Which
company.
happens a lot, right?
it seems like it does, and I'm not stating that as a fact, but like it kind of seems like that's what they will do, or they'll not even just like rebrand. It's like they'll close one and then, you know, start up and whatever, right? They'll just shift or pivot, if you will,
Right.
which is quite common in the network marketing space. So EllieMD explicitly offers a consultant or brand partner program, which is a characteristic of multi-level marketing companies. And under this program, independent distributors promote products and services, earning commissions and sales, building a team, and all that shit. I had something here, I'm pretty sure, about, so one thing that seems to possibly, I don't want to say like sets them apart because, hey, it's nothing. But a significant aspect of EllieMD's growth strategy is leveraging social media influencers. In particular, TikTok and Instagram personalities have been central in spreading the word about the brand's semaglutide programs. One of the most prominent is Lauren the Mortician, a TikTok influencer with millions of followers who gained fame for mortuary-related, you guys already know this, content, but has recently pivoted to sharing her weight loss journey. I hate it. Lauren openly credits weekly GLP-1 injections, often colloquially, big words, sorry. God, bitch gets the sniffles and just can't stop speaking in big words, right? Called weight loss shots for her dramatic transformation. Almost said transformer. She's not Optimus Prime. She's a Decepticon. She's documented losing over 60 pounds, and she has enthusiastically encourages her audience to try the same approach. She says it's life-changing, ready to start your journey, more links in my bio, blah, 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 blah. I lost 65 pounds, bloopity, blah, blah, blah.
The verbiage is just so
yeah,
ick
no,
all
it's
the time.
quite, I don't want to be like dramatic, but I do think it's, there's negligence there. I do think it's dangerous, especially with her platform and, you know, who her platform is, which is, you know, the true crime lover, white bitches, just women in general, obviously. But it's really, I don't say like offensive, but just alarming. But the thing is that she hasn't made it clear if she is a distributor for them. Like outright has not said if she is one.
She's a link.
No, I know. Obviously, we know that she most likely is. She hasn't said like if she actually is and if she's recruiting people to like be on her team or anything like that. So it's really interesting. Yeah, my goodness, I'm so sorry. I'm exhausted. I'm so tired and I'm so sick. But I don't look like it because I have a fake ponytail on. Please love me for the love of God.
So what in terms of not disclosing that, because you know so much more about this than I do, with reps for MLMs, you know, like for us, like with ad disclosure and like Michaela Noguera always not doing it and people having an issue with that. This to me feels similar to that. Yeah. You're not disclosing that you're, so with MLMs, are you supposed to say that you are a distributor?
So the thing is that it's not even like, oh, with MLMs are you supposed to do that? It's as an influencer, you have to legally, you have to disclose if you have a financial relationship with the company. Now, she obviously does. And whether that's being a distributor or having it be gifted or having it be a paid advertisement, those all fall under the umbrella of being a financial relationship. So if she got it for free, then she would have to say #gifted, which she doesn't. If she is an ambassador or a distributor or whatever, then she has to put sponsored. Like you have to do that. Like that's what it is. Like there's some type of, you know, exchange there, some type of financial or transaction there happening. And then if she is a distributor.
It's different when you are an influencer because you do have that influence, right? Like that.
Yeah, it's in the name, duh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd say there's, in my unprofessional and I mean arguably professional opinion, I mean I would say that there could possibly be some FTC guidelines being tiptoed around with that. And I think it's not cute, but again, maybe she knows, she has to know the stigma with MLMs. And that's why she's not saying that that's what it is and not saying like, I work for this company or I love this company and trying to direct people just to her link. And I mean, even her link is it says her name in it. So it's very interesting. I'm actually going to go to her link right now. We're going to see if it says that she is a distributor. Also, the fact that in her link tree, it says weight loss shots. It's the first one. That's how you know that's what's the most important to her.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah. It says weight loss shots. If I can do it, I promise you can too. You can't do that, girl. You cannot do definitive statements like that, especially when it comes to something medical, which this is a medical product. I don't understand how this company, how they're able to do this. This is
exactly. This just
wild.
made me think about the verbiage, right? Because you have to be very careful when you are in an MLM. You can't make these claims or promises or whatever. But this also makes me think how worse this is, because in MLMs, when they don't, like, somebody on their team isn't getting enough sales or isn't successful enough, it's always on them. Like, you're not trying hard enough. You didn't reach out to enough people. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm just like, my heart is breaking at the thought of people who might not lose enough or like want to recommend or anything. And it's like, you're just too large. Can you imagine?
Hey, fatty, you're not working hard enough.
Literally, like, off.
It's just so like, oh my God. That's why we were saying earlier. And I know we kind of like breezed past that, but like, that's tough. And I mean, we know how to work them poses and those shadows, girl. But the thing is like, we are both 3 feet tall. Sherrilyn's shorter than me, which I know you might be like, that's not possible. It is. It really is. And so like when we do gain weight, it's like, oh, hey girl.
Those 5 pounds is 50.
Girl. It's tough out here.
Do you want another order of nachos? Sí,
the answer is yes. Did you just say sí, por favor? I cannot with you. These things are fusing to our skulls. Yeah. Take a Cabo once, I swear. So yeah, it's awful. So I mean, we both have like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, we understand like how it is to, be heavier, but listen, whether you're uncomfortable in your body, you're uncomfortable in your body. That's what it is. If you've had a struggle with weight, like we both have, and then also with like yo-yoing, I call it a roller coaster though, was what my weight has been since I've been like 15. Amazing. It's insane. But yeah, I mean, it's tough. And I'm sorry, I know I just feel like I had to say something, because I know there's going to be some dumbasses in the comments who are like, you've never been fat. It's like, girl,
I'm 5'2" and been just under 200 pounds. Yeah, your girl's been at some decent weight numbers.
And that wasn't even when I was pregnant.
No,
that was when I was the
first time, and then after that, I had no excuse.
Yeah, that was when I was eating Hungry Man meals for like 2 of them for dinner when I was real depressed.
Oh, babe.
It was a tough time. That's all right. I was fine. I got through it hardly. So yeah, listen, we're all here. It's all fine. So yeah, I mean, it's tough. And I think that adding that into an MLM, especially something like injections, is so tough. And then also, like, we know so many people in our lives have, been on it. And one of our friends took it and they were like throwing up and had like diarrhea like all day long. And then one of my dad's, because like my dad is a very, very large man. And my siblings and I have been like, well, why don't we like check into that? But we were talking about it more and more, and his doctor was like, well, maybe we could try it. But then my dad's like scared because one of his friends is like, oh, well, one of his friends like ended up in the hospital or something. And I'm like, well, that guy also has like a lot of issues. So maybe not the best example, Dad. But a lot of people we know, and, mental health issues and stuff like that, and like different reactions. So like, just, it's not a one size fits all.
No,
and so
you need
having
to be
something,
monitored.
and having something where you don't, it's just so
irresponsible. Cannot be the one giving you the advice of how to get through it. Have I talked about this on the podcast, or was it only on Patreon? I tried it. I was only on it for how many weeks, Chelsea? I
thought it was like almost 2 months. Almost.
Yeah, not quite. I don't think I even got there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But something I didn't expect, and I had heard about like going to the bathroom a lot and headaches and all of that type of stuff. Never heard about suicidal ideation so strong and not understanding what the hell's going on. Because as somebody who's had depression like my whole life, but diagnosed since I was 15, I've been in those ups and downs. And usually I'm able to be like, okay, like what is this triggering factor that's like getting me so low? And then there was nothing, and I couldn't figure it out. I was so happy, but in my mind, I'm like, I could plan it this way. It was so scary because I didn't want to talk to anybody about it.
Yeah.
And I usually
it took a while for even me to get it out of you, which is very rare. And you had just come off of the David Elmquist podcast being released too, and that was like,
oh yeah, that was
so sad to see as well. Like, not to be like, oh, you should have been so proud of, like, because obviously, like, yes, you should have, and obviously, like, the subject matter is like awful, right? But like, it's also, that was so beautiful and so beautifully made and like insane. And so then to like have you not be able to, like, I feel like you didn't even get to like have your like moment with it, kind of like internally, because you're like so, just batshit crazy at that moment.
Yeah, I was tuned out like completely. Like there was just,
crazy.
like nothing there. There was no will. Like it was just, it was so weird. And then I started looking into things, and I saw other people that were like also feeling the same. I'm like, okay, that makes a lot of sense. And then talked to my doctor about it.
What do you know?
He was like, yeah, we're pulling the plug. You're done. And that's fine with me. But it scares me for people who don't have like that supervision of a doctor, and maybe would even be kind of, maybe they had tried to go to their doctor and their doctor have given them other paths to take. They didn't want to. Then they see something like this from somebody like Lauren the Mortician or any influencer, and they're like, oh, I'm going to go there because I can kind of bypass what they already recommended. And then you're like kind of ashamed to go and talk about it with a professional.
Yeah.
That's scary.
When adding like the like commercial cult aspect of it too, of the MLM, it's so like, that just seems so dangerous, and it makes me so upset.
And also the parasocial of it with the influencer too, right?
It's like,
because
it's
now
all
you're
of those
on the team,
things converging.
right?
Ugh.
Yeah, we got to follow this. We got to figure out how to look into more with FTC also, though.
Yeah, I gotta call Tina. Truth in Advertising. Tina. Girl, the truth in advertising people are so much sassier than the FTC.
Oh, perfect.
They're so like such sassy bitches. I love it.
Well, you have to be. Like, something needs to change.
So I feel like this is actually a good segue. So I haven't told you yet. I sent it to Hannah, where I told her about it the other day. And then I was like, oh, when I wake up from a nap, because, nap when the baby naps, I'll send it to you. And she's like, oh my God, yay. And then I didn't respond to her. And she texted me at 8 a.m. I'm patiently waiting with eyeballs. And I was like, oh, sorry. And she's like, ooh, this is so weird. And I was like, girl, I know. So I'm going to send this to you right now. So this is a letter. I checked my P.O. box, the one time a month that I do. And I got a letter that is so weird. So if any of you do follow my channel, thanks. Thank you. But I recently covered Tony Van Schuyt, not to be confused with Penelope Von Schuyt of Wreck-It Ralph 1 and 2. Tony made that joke yesterday, and I was like, genius. This is why I married you. But she was she was the first Mon8 rep that was hired. So she's OG number one, baby. And she was also fired, like last year or a year and a half ago or whatever. And then she sued them, and then they reversed and sued her and whatever. And then it all settled. Okay. Then, of course, she started her own MLM called FermaGlow, because who does not want their skincare to be fermented?
Fermented?
That sounds disgusting, right?
Fermented?
Yeah, girl, like sitting and soaking.
What's the concept? What's the pitch?
Couldn't tell you. Literally don't know. I do not know.
And Tony started this because I do remember Tony from she's a legend in your videos. Almost up there with WFAB for me.
Girl with her purple hair. Oh my God, I found my W, my pin, my brooch. Yeah, I found it the other day when I was reorganizing, and I was like, should I keep this? And I was like, I can't throw it away. It's iconic.
Oh, I'm like, you did not throw that away. Send that to me right now if you are, and it's going on the wall.
Yeah. So good.
Okay, so what is this?
So I made a video of her new company, and in that video, I also did a little parody, little green screen skit where I put on a purple wig and pretended like I was her. I'm gonna assume she didn't like that, because I did receive this letter from her lawyer.
I love the tagline though. Regarding FermaGlow / Van Schuyt, not a cease and desist, not a demand.
Basically being like, don't put this in your lamp. Don't do a dramatic reading of this. That's why I'm doing this on the podcast instead of my channel. Also, we're just loosey-goosey over here. If you don't understand the lamp joke, it's not even a joke, it's a reference. But in the corner of my office, I have one of the like fillable like lamp bases, you know, as white people do. And I have crumpled in them all of my cease and desist. Well, not all of them, but all of them but one. One of them is framed because it's the first one I had. And I had to pay respects to the queen, Jessie Lee Ward. So, you know, anyways. Yeah. And hey, bitch, I promised her that I would do that. And I feel like she would be offended if I didn't. And it has a barbecue stain on it from when I did her dramatic reading. So girl, how funny is this? So essentially what this letter is, it's from her lawyer, David, who is like, he's actually a pretty, like, he's a pretty good lawyer, and he's in Tampa, which is really funny because
he's complimenting you in it.
He is. He literally is like,
I've watched several of your videos.
Yeah. So I'm just like, okay, go off, King.
Calm down.
But also, this is my favorite thing when they do this. I was it's one of my favorite things. I should have gotten Tony's response or his reaction.
The last point. He's soulless.
Wait. Damn it. Sorry. It's that. So it's one of my favorite things is when in a lot of these letters, if they're actually like, I don't want to say if they have any validity, but if they know what they're doing. And again, this is not a cease and desist and not a demand. And we'll put it up here.
Right in the title.
It doesn't have my address on it, so I don't care. You can put it up here. But they'll like, you know, do like line items basically and being like, you said this and this and this. And it says, you are a talented content creator. In the YouTube video, you say several things that are accurate, but you also say some things that are inaccurate or premature. For example, in the YouTube video, they're referring to the FermaGlow one that I did. The thumbnail looks like this. People were literally like, girl, I thought you were right next to her in this. And I was like, I know.
Did too.
It's Canva. It's my Photoshop that I actually have gotten kind of good at. And I made my hair purple in it. And that's not a wig. I just, made my hair purple with Face App.
So good.
Hilarious. So you state, amongst other things, FermaGlow's technology will not help or assist with sales. FermaGlow will share false information. FermaGlow will be a pyramid scheme. FermaGlow's products will be inferior but more expensive than similar products that you can purchase at Target. Mm-hmm. FermaGlow's products can be bought on Alibaba. And last but certainly not least, Tony Van Schuyt is soulless, broke, and founded FermaGlow solely to profit. Oh, solely for personal profit and to scam people. I read that off to Tony in the car. Girl, he like spit up. He like choked on what he was drinking. It was hilarious. I was dying laughing.
Oh my God, I love this. It's clear from your youtube.com channel.
Girl, I kept saying that. I was like, David, you can just say YouTube channel. What are you doing?
You are generally against not generally.
No, just
she is
hard
against
stop. I just
multi-level marketing companies and direct sales. He goes, that is understandable. Many
Really,
people
David?
are. And I know that you had a negative experience. Did Tony help you write this? It's always
yeah.
I know you had a negative experience.
Oh, and also to be clear, obviously, whenever we say Tony, like I have said Tony a little bit here, but that's Tony with a Y. That's my husband. Tony with an I is Tony. She calls herself Tony Vans, but it's like, girl, just say Van Schuyt, Van Schuyk, Van Schwak.
What you are missing is that Miss Van Schuyt's mission with FermaGlow is to correct these problems. And it's always
keep going.
Issues. Oh, sorry.
Girl,
great.
Get to the invitation.
The what?
The invitation, girl. They invite me.
Yeah, hold on. Wait, I lost where I was. Her goal is to make FermaGlow the best in the industry. Miss Van Schuyt, am I saying it right? Schuyt?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Founded FermaGlow to fulfill the promise of what has always been promised to people getting involved with MLM and direct sales, which is for anyone willing to put in the work and with that talent to be able to start a business and thrive financially from their home. Miss Van also founded FermaGlow to specifically offer clean, safe, and top quality projects. FermaGlow would like to enter into a dialogue with you now regarding the multi-level marketing and direct sales industry. As you highlight in the YouTube video, FermaGlow has not launched yet. No products have been sold yet. You now have the opportunity. Shut the up. Chelsea, this isn't real.
No, girl, it is.
You now have the opportunity to make a significant improvement to the multi-level marketing and direct sales industry. This appears to be your passion, so I assume you will enthusiastically say yes to this offer. Is this a joke? Miss Van and FermaGlow offer you the opportunity to communicate freely and directly with them regarding improvements that need to be made in the industry, including as it relates to products. Given that FermaGlow is pre-launch and has not sold product yet, your thoughts and concerns can be implemented at FermaGlow pre-launch. There will be no agreement between you and Van on everything, but you are likely to agree on many things. Ms. Van wants to have this conversation with you and to implement some or all of your suggestions to FermaGlow. FermaGlow may very well already be implementing things you would like to see implemented. Ms. Van will not, however, discuss Monet or Denta family with you. The past will not be discussed, but the future should be. Please respond to this correspondence at your earliest convenience regarding your desire to open a dialogue with Miss Van and FermaGlow. If you're willing to, I will put you in direct communication with her and FermaGlow. As stated previously, this is not a threat, a cease and desist, or a legal demand letter. This is an offer to improve the multi-level marketing and direct sales industry that you are passionate about. I presume that you've never received a letter like this. You are receiving this letter because FermaGlow wants to be different from other multi-level marketing direct sales companies.
Then just don't be one. That literally, girl, I told Tony, he's like, are you going to do it? And I was like, hell yeah, I'll respond. What, like 20 days later? Because like, I don't know what happened with like my email. I mean, I do know what happened with the email. I didn't check it. And they sent it to like, and they sent it to like my YouTube email, like the one that's like attached to my YouTube channel, which I was like, that's weird. Like,
isn't that Table Rock?
No, it's it's the one I like first started my YouTube channel with, the CC Suarez makeup one at gmail.com.
Right.
But
Yeah,
the one I
she
use the
doesn't
most is Chelsea at chelseasuarez.com because that's like just the easiest, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, that's weird that she didn't send it to that one. And I don't know, it's just so strange. But yeah, so I just didn't even see it. But I'm thankful that they sent it to my PO box too, because now I have something to crumple up and put in that face.
What are you gonna say?
Well, so I was telling Tony, I was like, how great would it be if I actually went and like sat down with her, which I don't think it would be like a sit down. I think it would be like a call or something. And I would just be like,
Tampa as well?
no, she's in
Or just a
Charleston.
lawyer?
They live in a
Oh, okay.
huge mansion. Well, outside of Charleston, obviously, because rarely do people actually live, like rich ass people live like in Charleston, unless you're like on the Battery and like a huge $20 million mansion. It's crazy. Those houses are wild. Cannot relate. Pretty sure I have mold. Anyways, so oh well, I'm just kidding. Calm down, because I know there's again gonna be people who be like, you have a kid and you think you have mold. Shut the fuck up. I'm fine. He's fine because I'm coughing. I'm fine. No, everything's fine. I just have a cold. Yeah, I was thinking, I was like, well, what if we just sit down and I'm like, okay, you want to be different? Get rid of the recruiting aspect. No recruiting. That's how it's better.
Yeah.
Goodbye. That's it.
I'm really interested to hear what she has to, like, what her ideas are, though, to change it.
Are we?
Because how do you?
You don't.
If it's not the recruiting. Exactly.
Literally, you don't. It's such a waste of time, but I unfortunately feel like I have to.
Oh, of course you do.
Because
we're in it now.
Are you going to come?
I will.
You better wear that headband.
Exactly. I am the representative, David.
Wait, who did you trade with?
I don't remember.
Yeah,
maybe.
because the
maybe
one
my daughter. No, she had one with a banana on it.
Because the first one you got was the one that said something about like being a boss or being the boss.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I'm not the boss in this relationship.
I mean, neither am I.
That.
What's going on here?
You guys, who do you think is the boss in this relationship?
Definitely not us. Jay and Kaya. That's them.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Kelsey, Jay, and Kaya.
Yeah, Kelsey, Jay, and Kaya. And then their bosses.
Perfect.
Yeah, you guys and Wiggum. Anyways, so yeah, I wanted to share that with you because I thought it was hilarious and I haven't really said anything about it because I got it literally yesterday.
That was like probably my favorite part of this episode.
Yeah,
awesome.
I snuck that in, a little MLM episode for you.
Yeah.
But so I do think it's interesting because obviously MLMs are the just perpetual hemorrhoid on my anus, external hemorrhoid, because those are worse. Oh my God, they just look like little baby testicles, little lima beans, little garbanzo beans on your butthole, and it's the worst. Do not look at it in the mirror, girl. Don't do it. Don't try to push it back in. Just take a really hot bath and just soak it. Okay, you'll be okay. You'll be fine. Anyways, also put witch hazel. Get like a pad and just like put a bunch of witch hazel on your butthole, and then sleep with that. And then by the morning, it'll be gone probably. I'm a professional when it comes to getting rid of hemorrhoids. I don't know if y'all know this. However, so they are really the worst. But the thing is that, like, so for instance, she's saying like, oh, we want to shift, we want to change, we want to do this, we want to do that, we want to be different. It's the same, just repackaged in different branding. That's all it is. And so the same thing has happened with the courses to sell courses. It's all the same too. It's all a work from home scam. It's all that's kind of the new thing. Girl, it is. So the thing is though, is that it's not a new thing, but it's that it's become more popular. Yeah. So yeah, and it's being hidden more. Yes, it is so deceiving and so annoying. And I have a ton of videos on my channel about it. And it's like, hey babe, hey, if someone's main marketing tactic is talking to you or telling you how much money they make doing what they do, why would they also want you to do the same thing? Because then that saturates their market. It doesn't make any sense. That would be like us being like, oh yeah, we're going to sell this course teaching you how to make YouTube videos or how to start a podcast and make $10,000 a month, 6 figures a year. And it's like, okay, well, why would we then focus all this time on selling a course teaching you how to make money doing XYZ instead of just us doing XYZ and making that money? Also, hey, if you do want to start like a YouTube channel or like a content creation brand type thing, I have a free digital guide that I should be charging for because people are still downloading it literally like 5 times a day. And Fourth Wall keeps emailing me and they're like, hey, Chelsea, you've made like 40 sales today and made $0 because guess what? It's free. And if you want to tip me, it's fine. Go for it. Feel free to tip me. But I have to update it and I just haven't because I haven't had the time. But I'm like, hey, I don't have the time to, spend like a lot of time on this. So it's going to come out slowly. But like the first part's out there. Again, because it's free. Yeah, it's free. That's very nice and generous of you to do. Yeah, I probably should have charged for it, but I did it for the plot. Yes, because I remember. I called out all these people. Sparked that. Yeah. Yeah. Good God. Yeah. So there are a lot of people out there who, again, will say like, oh, I sell digital products. And it's like, no, girl, what you do is you sell this course. You're not selling digital products. 5 figures a month writing letters. All of these letters are worth $1,000. That doesn't make sense. Every time that they show up on my FYP, that doesn't make sense. Does not make sense. I need you to do we need to do an entire episode on that because I purposely haven't ready to go. I'm excited. So you know what? We will pre-film that for when we're in London because I purposely have not looked into it much because obviously it's a scam. It doesn't make sense. Do you need to look into it further? No, because it's a scam. There you go. You're done. Move on. Please just move on. And I know I sound so hypocritical being like, just go get a job. Guess what, bitch? I did that. You don't have to love your job. You don't have to be so fulfilled by your job and, oh, I'm meant for more. Hey, guess what? You don't know. No, you need to pay your bills. That's what you need to do. And also society is dog and telling you that, oh, well, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I need to help the family. You are helping the family. You're just not being paid for it. Like you're doing 45 jobs in one and just not being paid for it. And I know it sucks, but that's what you got to do. Okay. Don't fall into a scam because you're going to be spending more of your family's money that you don't have. And then you're going to be spending more time away from your child. And you're also going to make it so that no one wants to hang out with you ever. Yeah, bitch, I don't want to hang out with you if you're in a pyramid scheme, if you're in an MLM. Literally. If you're constantly trying to get other people to spend money and do what you're doing, that's so inappropriate. Yeah. Like, and then you just like don't know when they want to hang out with you, like what the motive is. I hate that. Right? It's like, oh, hey, like, what are you up to? It's been so long. And I'm like, I'm not interested. What are you doing? What are you up to now? I'm going to stop you right there. I'm not interested in whatever you need to tell me about or whatever you think you want to sell me. Right? Because again, it's not them who started it. It's them who took the bait,
got like the whole verbiage embedded in their brain from their upline that is just predatory and telling them basically that they're not working hard enough, and to keep going out there, keep asking the family, and if they don't want to support you, they're not good for you. You should drop them all.
Yeah, they don't support you. They don't support your hustles and your dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah, cancel them. Cut them out of your life, babe. World's crazy.
It is.
Okay, so we now have some drama between the girlies, the course girlies.
Yeah,
I don't
the
know any of these
courses.
people. Do you know these
No,
people?
nor do I. No.
Oh, great.
From what our amazing researcher Kelly has said, they both suck and they're both scammy scammers. That's all I know going into this.
I love that. I love that for us. So we have two characters. Let me just read the title from Kelly. Shelby Sapp actually, hold on. Listen, I'm too dyslexic for this. Shelby Sapp sells stolen seashells by the seashore, allegedly. I love it. So here we have Shelby Sapp with two P's, also known as Shelby Haas, like Haagen-Dazs, but not. So Shelby Sapp is a 22-year-old coach, red flag, run, get out, boss babe, and creator of, here comes some more red flags,
Yeah.
two-day high ticket sales challenge course. I hate it. So anyone who talks about high ticket sales, run, please run. It's like, what was it, season 7, I think, of The Office, when I've made this joke before on the podcast. You know what? Jay and Kai know exactly what I'm talking about. The scene where Dwight and Jem are with the other salesman from, I don't know, Utica or somewhere, I don't know. And they're sitting on the grass after they just tried to like run after this one guy, but Andy gets there first from, I think it was like Big Red Paper Company or something that he just made up. And they're sitting on the grass, like, I don't know, eating ice cream or having coffee or something. And he's like, I just want to sell one thing that's like really big.
Sell one big thing, you know?
And he's like, oh man, that's cool. And he goes like, no, like a plane or a boat. And he's like, what? It's one of my favorite scenes because I get it. Don't we all? So high ticket sales is complete bullshit. And if this person was actually making their money doing high ticket sales, let me tell you something. When you are in sales, you don't have time to do anything else. You're selling. What you're not doing is selling courses and doing challenges of teaching people how to sell. Got it? Okay. So, oh God, she says, play this clip. I'm scared.
As am I. Oh, it's you.
Oh my God, it's me. So if y'all have been to my channel, you know about Saber Bruffy. What the fuck's her name? Sombre Broofy. We will never know, but she's so weird. And she's a high ticket salesperson.
She sells the Canyon Magic Water.
Yes. So here you go. You can do a cutaway if you'd like, Jay and Kaya.
I'm someone who has something to say. You do have something to say, and people will probably still listen to you, even if you're not on a stage at a cult meeting. It's just so weird that they're like, look at me, I'm somebody now. But again, it just feeds that delusional, and it sounds kind of mean, but it's like that delusional like ego that the industry and the culture of network marketing will really like build you up into, to thinking like you're somebody. So then when you start to thinking about leaving, you're like, well, I would have nothing without this.
I'm so pregnant in that video.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm so congested. I was so congested when I was pregnant. Like I was constantly congested. It sucked.
Me too with Reverie. It was the worst.
Girl, being pregnant was the worst. I do not recommend. However, giving birth, I would give birth 1 billion times over again.
Oh, I love that.
I don't.
Okay.
Anyways, so she graduated from Barrett Honors College at ASU. Nice. In 2022. And she lists that in 2023, she earned a bitch, what are you doing in network marketing? Has a master's degree in venture development. What? That's made up. Venture development program. And she is, I've gotta go. The Jessie Lee Ward fucking made up titles of it all. These goddamn made up accolades. And she is the self-proclaimed CEO of the #1 largest sales academy for women at the She Sells Academy. And then she's also a thief, allegedly. But we'll get back to that in a second. So she's pretty hot.
Beautiful.
Yeah, she's pretty hot.
Yeah.
But you know what makes her not hot?
Scams.
Thank you. Took way too long. Jesus.
Did it?
Get it together.
I was still looking at her boobs.
Spoken like a true gay. Perfect. How do you say horny? Gets you every time. Oh God. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a little look at the dream lifestyle that it looks like Shelly Shell, She Shells by the Seashore has put out there. So she's, in a bathtub, looking hot again, always looking hot, being real hot,
Yeah.
So
She should sell a course on that.
she should start an OnlyFans. So there's always people in her comment section saying like, how old do you have to be? And like, oh, can I do this? And another person said, how did she become a top sales rep without any experience? She's 22 and pretty. She got pretty privilege. And it's like, oh, interesting. And it's so true. It's like how, like to a point, yes.
These are the types of questions to be asking. I love this.
100%. And someone said me, 22, in college with $8. And she said, it's okay. That used to be me. And it's like, but you were never in, like now you're in sales because you're selling this, but like you were never in sales. Like,
right.
Girl, you have not done them cold calls. You have not, like, I'm just
literally palm sweating just remembering the
yes,
era.
like me, my entire 20s was just me sitting there in it's really crazy to think like my entire 20s, that entire decade I was in inside sales and just my cubicle.
I was at gas stations shelling wax.
Should we unpack that? What's that mean?
No.
Oh, okay. It makes me feel a lot better about my cubicle.
You should.
You were selling wax to gas station attendants?
No, like so we had like the company that I was working for had access to this like fast wax line.
What's fast wax?
Fast wax was like a four spray system. So you do the first one to get like the dirt off. Then you would do like one to polish. Then you would do one.
Oh my
to,
God,
like,
for
wax.
cars. I'm thinking to like wax your vagina.
Oh no. Yeah, no. So we would just set up our little table outside, and then as people were, oh my God, like I'm literally having anxiety right now. If my sister's watching, she's also hyperventilating because she worked with me too. You would like, as people are pumping gas and they're stuck, you like go up and you're like, hey, like, did you see like the booth over there? We're doing these free demos. And then you would do it on their car. Try to shell out the wax. It was terrible.
I hate that for you.
I hate it for me too. And I worked for the biggest doorknob that thought he was the hottest shit in the world.
Now we have Brooke, who's another girl boss. Obviously, of course, because there's got to be another one. So she has a smaller following than Shelby Sapp. However, she does seem to have her brand established on more platforms when compared to Shelby. Brooke's accent is much more pleasing to So Brooke's accent is more pleasing than Shelby's. And
according to Kelly.
Yes. According to a researcher. And so she's a former teacher who wasn't satisfied with her salary limitations. That's completely understandable. Per her TikTok profile, Brooke is teaching women to sell all over the world emoji with a kissy emoji. And it's important to note that Brooke claims over on Instagram that she is the #original she sells creating closer queens with a crown. I was about to say a skull, should be a skull. So meaning she's the original of the she sells, not seashells, by the seashore brand, basically. Which it's also like, hey, guess what, bitch? You're both scammers. Like, I don't know what y'all want. This is so embarrassing.
Why are we fighting over this?
Yeah, like you both lose. You
Go
both
sit on timeout with Bad Baby in Alabama.
Yes, please do that. So embarrassing. And oh my God, so many. Ugh, I hate it so much. 5-day freedom sprint. Sprinting to what? These people just lost money with you. You're a teacher and you're going to tell us how to sell? Probably not. So then Brooke even has a podcast. So all around, like, it really does seem like Brooke's branding is better. Kind of.
She's put in more effort for the...
Yeah, but it's also like, guys, stop. So let's get to know Brooke a little bit better. Again, this is Brooke, the one who is the original, claims that she's the original of the She Sells branding or whatever and Shelby was the other bitch we looked at before, who is 12 years old and out of college and just seems like she has rich parents. And, you know, hey, nothing wrong with having rich parents, but don't be a dumb bitch like this, right? Okay, let's play this TikTok, but it does have copyrighted music, so it'll be silent. And guess what? There aren't any comments on it, so we can't even look at that. So wonderful. Because usually we like to get a little internet temp check.
So it says, think about this. One day sell... Whoa.
Let me try that. One sale a day, $450. I can't read it because it has there we go. One sale a day for 7 days, $3,150. One sale a day for 30 days, $13,000. That doesn't sound right. $13,500. One sale a day for 365 days. And that's just one sale a day. Hey,
$164,000 is what she's saying. One sale a day.
Yeah, but that's not profit. How are you getting these leads? And hey, bitch, guess what? Like, how much time are you actually like spending on this? Because these people will say it's passive income. And also, what are you selling? Are you just selling this course? Like, what are you doing?
What are they selling? What happens when I click on her thing? It says read the caption.
4 calls, 3 show, sell 1. So, I mean, that's not a bad, you know, that's not a bad closing rate. That's actually a pretty great closing rate for sure. But like, yeah. I mean, for instance, I'm more of the follow-up queen, if I do say so myself, but definitely not a one-call close bitch. But yeah, I mean, that's, I don't like that. But this is, and
I also think like 4 calls of, I would say 1 show, sale 0. Like, let's be real. You've got to up those, out of call
4,
number.
Out of 4 calls,
you get 3 people.
You only had 1 no-show?
It's not happening.
Girl, what? No
she
way.
goes, easy enough, right? So let's double it. Now, let's triple it.
Also,
you've never been in sales.
Also, only 4 calls, girl. We're doing at least 50.
You have to a day.
Yeah.
Because of those 50, you might get that's where you get the 5 that are like,
exactly.
I'm going to commit. And then you get the no-shows that are 4, and then you get the 1.
Yep.
Okay? Like,
yep.
Please. Oh, so Brooke says that she's teaching women to sell all over the world. Yeah, the kissy face. Australia's #1 female fitness closer. Oh, okay. So she's in the fitness space. She doesn't have any links to, well, that's at least on TikTok. I wanted to see what is she shelling? How
are you like the #1 blah, blah, blah when you have 1 comment on your TikTok? And don't get me wrong, like you could just not have a large TikTok following. I understand that. But then even like on her, let's see, on her Instagram. Okay, so then on her Facebook, there's almost 6,000 followers on there. TikTok, she has 204. And then Instagram is 15,000. So like, what are you talking about? How are you the top of anything? And like, that sounds mean. Not me quoting Lindsay Lohan. And that sounds bitchy. But that's only because I was acting like a bitch. Have you seen the Freakier Friday?
I saw it yesterday.
Did you see the very ending where he takes off the bike helmet and it's my boyfriend?
Chad Michael Murray, we share a birthday. I met him at Disney once. Yeah. Gem.
Did you say you met him once?
Not like, saw like in passing at Disney once. Yeah, but
did you rub your body up against him?
No, I didn't. He was like sitting at a bench, but I did have a moment where I locked eyes for like several times and like,
oh, and that's
like,
when your mom wanted you to go over there and like flirt with him and you were like,
yeah, but that was the same time where I was having a moment already with Prince, Michael Jackson's son. And until like hours later, I was like, who is this guy? Because it was like we were looking at each other, like we recognized each other, but like I was like, do I recognize you? And he was like maybe just looking at me like for whatever, because we were both like, you know,
because you're hot
at each other. And then he was continually like looking at me, making eye contact and like smirking and smiling at me. And I'm like, what's going on here? And then it clicked later. I would have gone up to him if I knew it was Michael Jackson's son at that time. I was like, oh my fucking God, that was.
You clout
That sure was.
chaser.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I'm like, hey. Anyways, yeah, that was around that time. Or that was literally the same day. So your girl was already
around
taxed.
that time, you know. So Kelly said that this Australian has a nice accent. Obviously, it's made up, but no,
It is?
let's listen. No, it's how I say it. Australia's a made up place, and that their accents are made up.
I thought she found
And
something
no.
that said she just
Oh,
pretends to be Australian.
My God, who is it? What's his face? What's his name? Something Kane.
Yeah, Clinton.
That dumbass. Oh my God, I saw so many comments saying that Brooke Schofield is shaped like an AirPod, and I cannot unsee it. It's so mean. Because then I'm like, wait, am I shaped like an AirPod? And the answer is yes.
What?
It means you have big boobs and no butt.
Oh.
Yeah, that's me. I mean, listen, I don't have no butt. I have a butt,
No, it's
but
me
it's
for
just,
sure as well. Like more than.
well, yeah, but it's just the injections. Anyway, so so this is a good example of the word salad with the at least a nice accent that she does.
How I close a $3,000 deal over the phone in 32 minutes. So what I want to do is I want to play you a snippet from a call I had yesterday, a real live call. And it's with a lady who I had to really lead throughout this call, really closed off, not giving me much. I knew that I needed to get her into a resourceful state. In order to actually believe the objection she was going to give me, I needed to make sure that this was the answer for her. So after I pitched, I got her to tell me what sounded good about the program. I got a commitment. I know this is the answer for her. I asked her why. She explained that to me. So I know now this is the solution for her. So I'm going to play the snippet now, and then I'll talk to you about what I've actually done.
So the investment for you to lose is 15 kilos, okay, so that you can start to feel more comfortable, more confident in yourself, walk into a shop and be able to just pick something off, put it on, look, like what you see in the mirror is 3297.
Yep.
Okay, so how would you like to proceed from here?
There it is. So the investment needed for you to lose, insert problem, goal, whatever she's trying to do. So the investment for you to lose 15 kilos so that you can insert emotional drivers. Okay, I repeated back to her in her own language what she shared with me earlier about why she needed to do this. Okay, and then I popped in the price, left it there and said, how would you like to proceed? I put it back onto her. Where does she want to go from here? Now, from there, she was like, okay, I can't pay it all at once, but can we split it up? Of course we can. Here are our options. So I've let her determine where we go from here. She's in a resourceful state. I believe what she's saying when she says, I can't afford to do it up front, but I know this is for me. So how can we break it up? Give it a go on your next call.
Listen, as a goddamn professional in sales, let me tell you, Kelly was right. That was a whole, but are you okay? Should I check your pulse? I can do it if you want me to.
It's just, yeah.
So that's such bullshit. And they're making it seem like so much more important than it is. Cut and dry, all that is the reason why someone is objecting is because you are not building enough value. And that's all it is. And they can say that their objection is, oh, well, it's, my husband, it's not the right time, it's blah, blah, blah. No, it's money. That is the only valid ever. And then it comes back to, you are not building enough value into what they actually need and what you are offering them. When you were offering them the solution to their problem, right? To where you have not built up enough value to what you were selling for it to equal what it costs. So again, just circle back again and just rebuild value in, to make that scale even of this is the price and this is the value of it, or like what I can do for you. So her just being like, I need to get her on a resourceful state and blah, 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 blah. Literally sound like being babbling right now. He goes, and I'm like, you don't say. So strange. Yeah, girl, he came back from Gogo's house and just, and I'm just talking like a goddamn sim. And I need to enroll. And I'm just like, who are you? I don't I don't know what you're saying. Please help. But yeah, it's just so like, that's such bullshit. And the thing is that there are so many like sales seminars and, you know, types of things where it's free on the internet. You don't need to pay a $3,000 price tag for this bullshit course to be good at sales. And listen, some people just aren't good at sales at all. Like that's all it is.
Yeah. And that's okay.
Yeah. You don't need to be. There's a billion other jobs you can do.
Yeah, literally. Okay, so I mean, I just wanted, that's not really relevant to what we're talking about. That I would love to like see you deep dive like more into like their business aspect of things on your channel, but the accusations is why we're here, and it's that these two scammers are going at it for trying to be the original scammer. Yeah.
So this was posted on the TikTok the TikTok gossip Reddit page, and it says, did anyone else see it that Shelly Sapp stole Brooke Triplett's entire brand and repackaged it as her own course? It's sad to see small creators like Brooke have their work taken from them while Shelly made millions from it. I saw Brooke wasn't the only creator she stole from. A few more and her business partner who's suing her for that exact reason. Okay, so then here's a screenshot posted. So it's a screenshot of Brooke's Instagram story, and it is a Q&A that Brooke did, and the person asked, I'm confused, what's the difference between you and Shelly Sapp's she sells?
Shelby Sapp's she sells.
First of all, horrible branding, because I cannot get that right.
Yeah,
I can't. No. So now this is also Brooke DMing Shelby sells. Okay, I got it right that time. And Brooke replied to this person and said, all I will say on this for now, lions don't look when dogs bark.
Oh.
Hey, I've got a question.
Wait,
does that mean?
Why are dogs around lions? Who's ever
barking?
Who's literally ever tried this out?
Like what? Okay, wait, lions don't look when dogs bark. Okay, so like someone is like,
I get it. Like if somebody's yapping.
Someone who is insignificant to you, who like can't hurt you. Like you're not even going to give it attention.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, no, that makes sense, babe. Here I was like, why are you taking your dog on a safari? Like I was just going to.
I don't know. Also though, next year, the pod's going to Botswana, baby.
Yeah, the husbands are planning that.
Yeah, they are really excited. Anyways, so this is her DM to Shelby, and it says, hi, Shelby. Ooh, girl, this is a CC Suarez per my last email vibe right here. It has become evident to me that my logo has been copied as well as significant parts of my brand. I'm sure this is just a mistake, and I want to give you the benefit of the doubt. Could you please let me know what's happened? And then her eyebrows are like so bold. My God. Another screenshot of Brooke's Instagram story. And a person asked, wait, did Shelby steal your brand? I've seen some Reddit posts about her. And she said, I've held back from sharing anything on this because I never want to be seen as someone who tears down another. I hate that bullshit. Who tears down another woman. That's just not who I am. But I also believe in transparency, and people deserve to make informed decisions about who they choose to learn from. Anyway.
I love the end. Jesse and Lily's favorite, like, hand heart.
Yes, so passive. Like that is used in the right passive aggressive way.
That was used the right way.
Absolutely. So 2 things be true at once, and not only 2 things, but like a trillion things. So Brooke and Shelby both appear to be, in our opinion, the scammy type of high ticket sales bullshit, right? It's so dumb. You're both in timeout. You both lose. No one's winning here. We are the losers for covering this because you're both idiots. And that is my official, I can't reach my gavel. It's ruling. On the thing right there. But yeah, that's my official ruling. Thank you. You knew what I was doing with this.
I knew where I was going.
But it does appear that Brooke launched her sales brand She Sells first. And then the Shelby came in after and started doing like similar content and
stole the name.
Yeah, and literally the same name and all that. So over on Brooke's Instagram page, she started the branding of She Sells back on March 7th, 2024. And she consistently used the She Sells as part of her branding and her business name. And then, the logo gets like updated and all that. And then if we look the first time Shelby used it, and started like using it for her brand was June 2024. So it was like 2 months after that. So it turns out that someone other than Shelby owns She Sells, that trademark in the US, because Shelby is in the US and then Brooke is in Australia. Got it? Okay.
Yep.
And the font looks extremely similar to both Shelby and Brooke's font and, wordmark. Also, the trademark has been registered since November 5th, 2019. So way before either of these bitches. Yeah. And Shelby hadn't even graduated from college yet for her undergrad yet. Now, that's hilarious because these two people are like saying like, you copied me. Meanwhile, there's just this other person like in the depths of the internet.
2019 just doesn't even know what's going on.
Yeah. And they're like, wait, what?
They're like,
Actually, you're both dumb and neither of you actually own the copyright to it. Which again, it's like, okay, but is this person even using it? And they might be. They just might not be marketing it the way that these girls are, like on social media.
True. Right.
Yeah. Hey, I got an idea. How about before you start a podcast, before you start a business, a brand, how about you just fucking Google it? Or hey, look on Instagram or on social media. How about you do that? Super, super simple. Super easy, super simple. And even if you're not going to post on certain platforms, like we don't post on Twitter, but we still have a handle for it over there. We don't really post on TikTok much at all, which we're getting there. We're getting there. But we still have our handle over there and on Instagram and all that. Also, guys, Sherrilyn and I have the habit of bringing presents for each other when we see each other. And
I'm devastated about the Mentos might carry on, but anyways.
She forgot to give me my take-home Mentos because it's adorable. So cute. But she got me a coffee cup, which is across my office on the floor because I am not done unpacking that part of my bag. Shut up. It's been a week. I don't care. But this says, sorry for having great tits and correct opinions. And it's a little Jean or a little Sally skipping rope.
It was made for you.
And then she got us some disco ball.
Kind of like the Brillo pads, but they're like disco. They look exactly like our branding.
Yeah, they're amazing. I love them. So that. And there was something else, I think. I can't remember.
Tony got socks.
And y'all got Brent got Tony's socks.
With little
like dress socks with peppers on them. I love that.
Yeah, spicy peppers like Chelsea uses all the time. Yeah.
Y'all are so cute. I just love you guys so much. And I was able to have a lot more room in my bag after I gave you all your presents.
Yeah, finally I was like dying. I've been like telling like my whole family, I'm like, I got mics.
And they're
we
so
were able
easy.
To use them on Patreon. No, they were so good. I was really nervous about it, but
they're so easy.
They were so easy. And then the kids have tried to confiscate the Bob Ross too many times. I'm like, you get to touch a lot of things. Like I let you pretty much take over a lot of like my trinkets. This you don't touch.
Bitch, this doodad is not yours. No, you feral babies. This is not your doodad. I've had to hide that from him. It's in one of my like disco ball themed like boxes right here. And then I've had to hide a few other things. Did I ever show you that I have disco ball letters up on the top of my bookshelf that says here for the Clout?
Not letters.
Yeah. Oh, you see it way up there?
I love it.
Yeah, and then my disco ball boxes. My storage boxes.
Oh, those are Maze balls.
Yeah, Michael's.
Michael's is just our brand, really.
Listen, they really need to stop.
They are trying to copy us just like these broads.
But also, please keep going because I need.
Yeah, we need it.
Yeah, I can't just keep putting disco ball like the sticky wrap stuff on everything. I can't do that anymore, you guys. I feel like I look like a wrestler, like a WWE diva. Which one? Is it China?
No, I think you're like the girl, like and for real.
I cried so hard. I loved her so much. She was like a idol. Oh my God. All my fellow bi bitches out there. Xenon, not Xenon. Xena, Warrior Princess.
Yeah. I used to go home every lunch hour with one of my best friends from elementary school, and we would watch it.
And her horny blonde friend.
Yes, we would watch that, and then right after it, we would be able to. Oh no, I think it was Young Hercules at first with Ryan Gosling. Mm-hmm. We were able to watch that, and then like a little bit of like, Xena. Oh, good time.
And her horny gay blonde friend.
Yeah,
everyone needs a horny gay blonde friend.
To go off on.
Listen, You don't want me to get started on Rachel Weisz I just had her last name wrong. Rachel Weisz. There we go.
Oh, I love her from The Mummy. Whew.
Girl, Brendan Fraser, I love you so much. They were my gay awakening. Me and Tony watched it like years ago. And obviously I watch it all the time. That's a good plane movie. But we have watched that so many times. I'm like, Tony, do you understand? This entire movie is like my type. I have Brendan Fraser, who's like my hot white guy. And then I have my hot mixed or ethnic man, the Arabian guy.
Billy Zane, right?
I love him so much. And then I have Rachel Weisz.
Terrible in Titanic. Not acting wise, really good acting wise because it made me
not him. He's disgusting.
Were we talking about The Rock?
No.
Who is it? Why am I blanking?
Hold on, let me Google it.
Yeah, send it to me because like now
I just know
I thought it was him.
that Kaya is like shaking her head right now at Final Cut and being like, Sherrilyn, you dumb bitch. That's not who she's talking about. And I already know that she already has a picture right here of that guy like on his horse or like with his bird and with like his like tattoos. Oh, the way I would do things to him consensually.
Wait, hold on. Now I gotta see it. The Mummy.
Who was the sexy Arabian man from The Mummy? Oded Fair. How the do you say his name? He's so hot.
No.
Bitch, why are you holding a machine gun? You're so sexy. Bitch, why does he look like Moses? Is this Moses Hackham?
My Google.
Moses Hackham, if I've ever seen one.
I tried to say The Mummy, sexy Arabian tattooed man. It went rogue and said the Muffy Arabian man. And then these guys came.
Definitely that guy.
Definitely.
Yeah, the Muffy.
I love it. Okay, anyways.
I
I still don't know where he is. What's his name?
Listen, you don't need to know. This guy.
Oh, he's from Deuce Bigalow, Male Gigolo.
You don't talk about him like that.
He was the gigolo that Rob Schneider was trying to be, and he was house sitting for him, and he was like...
And then he killed all his fish.
Like, you feed my fish. Yeah.
You kill my fish.
Yeah, he's got something about him, for sure. Yeah, you kill my fish, you die.
Did you say steak? No, I said it's a mistake. Also, though,
I love that
movie, amazing and hilarious. Rob Schneider's stance on vaccines, horrendous.
What
Disgusting.
happened to Rob? Literally, one of my favorite, like Deuce Bigalow is one of my like comfort shows. I have it, purchased on my iTunes so that it never goes away. I love it so much.
Not purchased on the iTunes.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
it's in there. I love it. But what is happening to him?
A lot. And nothing.
Elle King's interview with Bunny is one of my favorites. His daughter, I love that so much. Like where she's just like, yeah, don't know what's going on with my dad. But also like this was what it was like.
Whoops.
His daughter, Elle King, voice of a angel.
Oh. Bunny did an interview with her?
Yeah. And she talked a lot about issues like within the family, especially like with her dad, and then where his political stance, I don't know, obviously I'm guessing it always has kind of like been there, but he was never as vocal. Like he was just a fucking actor and comedian and doing his shit, and then all of a sudden now he's becoming much more vocal.
It really is so crazy how like being like a crunchy hippie used to be like, oh, you're super like left wing and you're super democratic, but now it's like, okay, you're a crunchy hippie and like you're anti-vax, like we don't need to know who you voted for. It's an overgeneralization, I know. Calm down. As I'm registered as a Republican. Don't cancel me, dear God. Oh my God, the Redditors are going at it right now, just jerking off to me saying that. You guys, you don't have to vote for what you register as. Hello, do you know how anything works? I say as I'm too lazy to go re-register, because guess what? I don't care. We're all gonna die
it's
anyways.
The vote that counts, right?
What?
Not what you registered, right? It's different for us. Like we don't have to like register for anything. You just like each time you like there's an election, you go and you vote.
Yeah, I mean, I only.
I've never registered. I just go and vote.
So I mean, yeah, I only vote in the big one anyways.
Yeah. Why?
Weird
Where
tangent.
did we get
I don't
here?
know. Why'd we just talk about the mummy for 10 minutes? Why? You know what? They liked it. Hey, you know what? No, leave in the comments below. What was your movie that you watched in like middle school, high school that was your like sexual awakening? Because the mummy like really those are slapping cheeks.
Yeah.
That's what that sound is.
I gotta think about mine.
Yeah. That was definitely
I don't
one
think I realized
for me.
until later like how much like I was attracted to women when I was like always looking at them. In my mind I was always like, oh, I just thought they were so beautiful, and that was like an aesthetic goal that I wanted. But then no, it was much more like I only wanted them on screen all the time, and I just like loved
Says the woman who just slammed smooches on me multiple times this past weekend.
Like she's never said she wanted it. Anyway. Remember
I did not object. I was just shocked. I was pleasantly surprised.
The way the threesome would look with the one dancer on stage, I was dead. Remember that?
Wait, which one? The blonde? No, you weren't even there for the Hispanic one.
No. Yeah. Yeah.
She was so hot. Oh my God.
Yeah, she was beautiful. Anyways, yeah. So what was yours, guys? I got to think about mine where it really like hit, but.
Yeah. It was 100% the mummy. They were all sweaty and dusty. I don't know. It did something to me.
Sprinkle a little dust on me.
You just gotta get a little dirt under your nails. And then, oh, actually, no. That is how you get a UTI.
That might be
then
a
you're gonna need to
UTI
go
in
to
the making, but at least you stocked up on the antibiotics.
Yeah, and then you're gonna go to La Farmacia and get some amoxicilliana. And then
Dad, because this happened.
Girl, I told my Mom, I was like, Mom, I went to the pharmacy in Mexico and I bought drugs. And she was like, girl, can you pause the video? Guess what? Y'all know how unhinged Linda is. Guess what this bitch's response was? Go ahead.
What?
No, go ahead. What do you think it was? I'll wait.
Good ones?
She's like, can you share?
Yeah.
She goes, yeah, Chelsea, get with it. Your dad and I used to go down there and get medicine and drugs like 30 years ago. Turn the page.
Where's the new information?
Okay,
what are they shelling out now?
Okay, Linda, sorry.
It is always the older women, though. That's how we learned about it on one of our vacations. It was like the experienced ones. They were
Girl,
like,
I learned about it from Tana and Brooke.
Oh, I overheard them one day at the beach. They were like, yeah, we got to go. We're going to ditch the excursion, though, because, like, we're not feeling it. But, like, Tana is already getting the driver going so we can get to the pharmacy. And I was like,
you gotta, girl.
You guys are leaving the resort to
That's the way to go.
Pharmacy. We started talking, and that's what they said. Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, healthcare is a scam. Society's a scam. Everything's a scam.
And
what you got to do is go to
like their Advil,
La Farmacia.
Their Robaxacet. We aren't getting those ingredients here.
Is it sketchy? Else. Could be. Do I want to know what's in it?
Do we care?
No.
No.
Tony said, he was like, just convince yourself that it fell off the back of a truck. And I was like, Tony, this isn't like buying a fake Louis in Chinatown. Like, I'm not eating that plastic.
I'm ingesting this.
Chinatown's so sketchy sometimes. Oh, but they have the best like hole in the wall and like authentic restaurants.
Everything. Yeah.
So
yeah,
good.
when you guys come here, Brent knows where to
go. Y'all have a Chinatown?
Oh yeah.
I'm so jealous. We have a Soho, but it's not like, I mean, it is like a normal like Soho. It's like where the club, not the clubs, but it's like where like the college bars are.
Everything to like get in, and yeah, it's amazing.
I love that. We have a few like speakeasies, and then there's one like.
Oh, I would love a speakeasy. I'm actually working towards getting one.
Love that. So there's two like real. Well, okay. So there's two like real ones in South Tampa. There's one. Both of them are members only. One of them's newer. It's either called Jackal or Hyde. I can't remember, but that one is members only.
Cool.
And there's like a secret entrance, and you have to go in. You like make a reservation, and then you go in and you go in through this like bagel place and called like Sesame or something like that. And then you order.
And then it's open sesame?
not that, because that would be
Oh.
a little too obvious, Sherrilyn. Sherrilyn just standing there at like a random wall, and she's like, "Open sesame," and they're like, "Ma'am, this is a Wendy's. I think you meant to go to the bagel place down the street."
Me in the
No.
drive-through. When does the floor
Open.
collapse?
Open. Why is it not opening? Ma'am, we told you this last week. Please leave. But no, it's you like, so when you make the reservation, they like tell you specifically like what to order. It's like some random, like, it's like your password basically. And then, yeah. And then you, but it's members only.
Take notes.
So that's the one place that I was going to join last year. But then I was like, I'll pay my taxes first and then I'll wait. So, but this year I'm focused more on like, yeah, I mean, this year I'm focused more on like traveling and stuff. And I think next year I'll probably join. I got accepted to it, which is pretty cool, but I think I'll join next year. But then this other club that is much more like kind of, it's much more that, and it's much more like old South Tampa. Like my great grandfather, I don't know, some bitch was one of the founding members of it. And like Tony's a member. He got in right after he married me. And then my dad was a member. My brother was the president. Brother-in-law was the president. Cousin is the vice president right now.
That's crazy.
And,
We
like,
don't
so on
have
and so
anything.
forth.
I mean, we could.
Yeah.
I grew up in Collingwood, which is
It's
if
it's
you know,
crazy,
you know.
girl. Well, so that's like a mini, it's like a miniature, like I say it's like a miniature country club, but it's not a country club because country clubs have like pools or boats or like a golf course. Meanwhile, it's like, well, what do you do over there? It's like, we drink. We
We have a speakeasy.
basically, yeah, that's all it is. But yeah, it's a members only one. So like, there's technically
That's so
two
cool.
in Tampa, and there's a restaurant one that is not actually one because it's open to the public. But yeah, I love that type of shit, like secret spaces and shit.
Yeah,
All
next time
that.
I go to Vegas, I definitely want to like pre-watch the TikToks where you go into like the barber shop and like people aren't knowing about it.
Oh, girl, they know. So there's two.
Well, I know, but unless you've seen the TikTok, like for me, like coming from Canada, I'm like, where's Thunder Down Under for the 19th time?
Oh my God.
I know.
So there's like 2 or 3 of those in like this area too. And then one of them in New York, which I love. It's Beauty in Essex.
Oh my gosh.
Have you been
New
there?
York, I can't. No, babe, I haven't been to New York. We all want to go with you guys because like that's our dream. So I can't imagine doing like the speakeasy in New York.
Girl, you gotta go to the city with me and Tony. We're professionals.
Oh, I
It's
know.
oh my God. It's my favorite.
I know. We're very excited about it.
Damn.
And we're gonna have a little meetup with Harlan,
Harlan.
who we thought was very gay.
I did not think that.
I still do.
I didn't think
It's
so.
the overcompensating of talking about women like 24/7 that gets me. I'm like, I'm glad you guys stayed with us for that tangent time. Back to the subject.
Oh, thanks. As if I'm not doing timestamps.
Oh,
I mean, am I? I don't know. I do. Also, don't miss the tangent times because sometimes they're really funny. Like the drinking game we did. People were dying laughing. With the drink, you don't even, she doesn't even remember. The drinking game that we did with the dating coaches, whenever he said identity and consistency. And we had to drink. We had to drink every time he said each of those, and we were.
I gotta rewatch that one.
Don't actually do because I put a timestamp for it, so you can just go straight to it. It's so bad. My God, and you just see my face go. Oh God, it's so bubbly, so bad. So Shelby Sapp, and then in parentheses, don't do it. So r/scams on Reddit, and it says, okay, so I feel really dumb. Let me actually go up here because it says it right here. But I fell for her ad on Instagram. Oh, guess what? Her ad on Instagram, that's money that you're spending.
Yep.
And joined the Zoom call. And I thought, hey, it's free, might as well. Then I immediately had a weird feeling and looked on Reddit. And guys, it's a scam. If you're like me and got on a Zoom, do not fall for it. People are saying that she gets women to invest $3,000 and then doesn't do anything with it. Maybe some women get lucky, but not in the comments I was seeing. I wanted to post this again because it looks like people were talking about it 5 months ago, and then there were comments, and then comments were banned. So here it is again. Do not do it. And then someone else said there never were any investments made. The whole scheme is just people giving her $3,000 and her keeping the $3,000. People need to understand that there's no legitimate get rich schemes or investment gurus on social media. None. It's a solid get rich quick scheme for the person putting out the ads. Another person said, someone said, ha, I was on this call too. The second she was like, stay on for more info on my paid academy. Very quickly saying the paid part, I was like, oh, I get the scam now. If someone else said, stop clicking on the ads on social media. They're all scams and ripoffs. Sounds extremely similar to an older scam where a guru was soliciting money via YouTube live stream. Sometimes the scammer would even hack the account for a popular channel and stream from there too to extend their reach. In any case, there's no investment opportunity. Any payment you send goes straight into the scammer's pocket. And another person asked a question. They said, question, is there any way of pitting these scammers against each other? As in getting these folks who pay for stuff on Facebook or FBM, I assume it's Facebook Marketplace, with hacked payment accounts, Zelle, Cash App, to invest with scammers like this. And someone says, guessing you played a lot of Doom in your time, and the only way to get the NPC monsters is baiting each other. I love that. And someone said, no, but that's a really great fantasy. Maybe a plot for a movie. And then there was another
direct.
Girl, I'll invest in it. I'm there. And then a post about it on r/scams. And it says, Shelby Sapp, She Sells Academy. Good God, that's hard.
Jeez,
Says,
so
hi guys.
terrible.
So I've been really struggling financially lately. And on my Instagram, I see a ton of posts by this girl named Shelby Sapp. Why is that so hard? Who sells sales job placements. That makes no sense. And course on sales. She's done 2 huge group calls with like 30,000 people. And I literally almost want to cry because all of these people are getting successful. No, they're not. And I'm stuck doing nothing with my life. That's so sad. And also, no, you're not. You're doing something with your life. You just are, down.
Oh, yeah,
right
you're
now.
doing something with your life. And also, these people, they're saying
lying.
that they are.
They're
That's
lying.
the whole.
That's it. I almost transferred $3,000 from my savings to buy it on the Zoom and all those other girls, but something stopped me and I'm not sure what. It seemed like a good investment because no, it's not. Because for $3,000, I get a job. No, you don't. And stuff. And I can pay it back. But then again, I've done some research and she seems so legit, but also not. I just wanted to give more time to think about it because buying into this, I'd be spending all of my savings. That's so dumb. And she says I can make it back doing sales. That makes no sense.
No.
So one of the moderators.
Just do the sales.
Exactly, right? Just do the thing she's telling you that she's going to teach you to do. You can find free resources online. Literally Google it. And I know that sounds like I'm being such an entitled bitch, but like Google it.
Yeah, or go to like Chapters or, whatever your bookstore is and go into the sales section of it and get a freaking book.
Yeah. Good
Listen
Lord.
to a podcast. They are definitely like
Yeah.
sales podcasts out there.
Yeah. Listen, I know he might be a convicted felon, but Jordan Belford.
Yeah.
Listen, Jordan Belford does have really good sales tips and tricks and how to fold in the cheese, okay? His book Way of the Wolf is like actually really good. Don't be like completely relentless like he was, obviously, and don't, go to prison. Please. Yeah, don't do that. However, so one of the mods on that subreddit said this thread is being brigaded as of September 4th, and now we are at over 1,000 reports on the original post, and comments are being targeted as false reports. So meaning from people in her like sales thing, I assume.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And people are like, don't do it. It's a scam. Shelby sells scams by the seashore and on Instagram. Look, the only people who are getting rich are these creeps saying that they can make other people rich on social media. And then they take your money. Don't fall for this bullshit. And I agree completely. And it really, it's just so sad. I mean, there are so many, if you look on r/scams, there are so many, reviews on this basically and people's experiences. And obviously, yes, it's just anecdotal, but it's extremely important to look at that and see like, okay, what are people actually saying? And always look at their motive as well. I mean, I say that constantly is someone trying to sell you something? What's their motive? Okay, cut and dry. Is it, yeah, they're going to make commission on this or no? And I mean, me and Brent even talked about this because he's in sales and I was forever and kind of still am. And we talked about it so many times of like, no, you earn people's respect more and like they will be a forever customer of you later on when they can afford it. If you look at them and you're like, listen, you've told me your financial situation and I'm not going to sell you this. You should not buy this right now. Like what I have to offer is not for you. Yeah. And I used to get in trouble for it. Like the quality assurance department and my manager would not be happy with me. But I didn't care. I was like, I will not be able to sleep at night if this this woman who is on disability is about
Yeah.
to buy this accounting plan for her small business that is bullshit. It's not going to take off and she doesn't even want to do anything with it. Like, I'm not going to sell her that. Like, that's
Yeah.
wrong. Like, it's not
No,
okay.
you guys are very, very similar with that. Like,
Yeah.
very good at your like skill and trade,
Yeah.
but have morals and ethics. Like, you always have to have that. Like, you can't get lost in it.
Yeah.
And I'm so proud of him because I think a lot of people have, whenever people hear like, oh, like sales, there's like a negative connotation to it. And I'm like, you don't know my husband. Like, he cares more about a stranger. Like, when people say like, oh, this person would give like the shirt off their back and not even like to a stranger and not think twice, but that's literally Brent. Yes, of course, like he has like business dealings and a nice like roster of like clients and stuff like that.
Yeah, no,
But he's
his
built up
portfolio
those
is real nice.
relationships for so many years.
Yeah.
And if he thinks that something is bad, he'll tell you.
Well, I mean, even how he was like at the pool or wherever we were, it's literally the mayor of Cabo. And he was talking to people in the pool and they were like, oh yeah, we're, here for this or that or whatever. And he was like, well, you gotta call George. He's the guy. And they were like, wait, what? And he's like, yeah, I'll take you out on a boat. He'll get this set up for you. Cause obviously, when you go on vacation, you want to do this, that, and whatever. But it's like, well, it's hard to like get that set up. And it's, oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to go downstairs and they're going to upsell me, blah, blah. So
they're going to send me a timeshare for me to go on an excursion.
Meanwhile,
that was really huge there.
Meanwhile, Sherrilyn is picking off her nails. Tony and Brent are drinking whatever the fuck. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, listen, buddy, you have 5 minutes. I'm starting the clock now. And good luck.
Did. It was
and
amazing.
and I was and then when it stopped, I was like, all right, I'm standing up. We're done. I appreciated your pitch. I love it. I'm not going to give you any money and I'm not buying into anything. And I was like, this is a timeshare and I don't want any of that. And he was like, oh, is it a timeshare? And I was like, you asking the question back to me, it's giving Zootopia. Please stop. We're not doing that.
It was, it was intense. That was some of the most intense that I have had.
That's why I literally said, like, Brent, go get them drinks. These two dummies will just sit here and I'll listen to his bullshit and then we'll leave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And like,
I was having an allergic reaction too, also to the nail glue.
Yeah. Or how are your nail beds? Are they good?
Yeah. All of the blisters and stuff the past 2 days have like finally fallen off, but now they're all like shriveled and tender.
Girl, well, thank God you didn't let it sit because mine were so bad. My actual nails were so thin and they were like,
yeah, that's what I'm feeling right now.
Like peeling,
like cracking.
Up. Yeah. So they were like cracking and it was so bad. I couldn't wear like I was gonna say real nails. I couldn't do, I had no nails for maybe like a month or two.
Oh, I feel like that's where I'm definitely going to be.
No, girl, that's what
if you guys don't know what the we're talking about.
I think you took them off fast enough. I think you're good.
I think I did too. Yeah. They are definitely brittle, but at least they're not swollen down to my knuckle like they were the first day that you got there. But anyways.
No, yeah. I think you did the right thing. You took them off fast enough. I think you're good.
It was a good distraction too, because I don't like when people do like the sale pitch because they know to target me, because I'm like, okay. So I just had my head down. Chelsea she had her timer going on.
No. Meanwhile, I'm like, listen, I see that there's a little cafe right there with all I can eat. Guess what? Limit does not exist. All I can eat ice cream. I gotta go.
Yeah.
I gotta go. Goodbye.
That was the best.
Yeah, no, thank you. So, yeah, so just, continuing
Tangent
like
12.
Even that doesn't matter. I missed you so much. So this sucks and I hate it. And they just continue and go on and on and on. And it's kind of the same as Bethany Beal from, she has a She Sells Academy, or like she works harder or some bullshit like that. And it's the same bullshit of, I can teach you how to do. Why? What gives you the right, Bethany? Nothing. That's what. Also, they're like deconstructing, so I hope she's doing well. But it's just it's so annoying. Stop trusting dumbass people on social media to teach you to do whatever. And there very well could be people on the internet who could be like a business coach for you, but it's more so going to be consulting on a like more specific level. It's not going to be like, buy this course, because that's bullshit. Not every single sales tactic is going to work for every single business. And because some is one call close, some is mainly follow-up, some is, this or that. And it's all different. And it really does depend on what you're doing. And so, I've sold everything. And so I know that. New construction home sales is all the long-term follow-up. And the minimally invasive endoscopic spinal surgery is a lot of times one call closes. And, you know, it's frustrating to see people being taken advantage of, and I hate it. But I do love this clip-on claw clip ponytail. So I will have that linked down below.
Yeah, I don't know why they are fighting so hard. Or I guess, I don't know. Was this a big thing, a big issue? That they're still going back and forth over
Who
wanting
follows
to know.
these people? This is embarrassing.
That's the thing. When they said that many people would have been on that Zoom call, that's
so
astounding.
Scary. That's so scary.
Should we sponsor a clip of our podcast and get those numbers over here? Because what the are we doing wrong? Not wrong, because I love our growth is organic. That's the biggest thing. Organic, genuine, and actually really good for the amount of episodes that we have out and like for being a new podcast. So very proud and happy.
It's doing great and the growth is wonderful. Did you know that my foot still hurts? I still have a hole in my foot. Did you know that? I have 2 holes actually.
From the photo
from
shoot
being
gone
tossed
wrong?
up the beach. From the photo shoot gone wrong. Yes, Sherrilyn. If y'all would like to know what I'm talking about, feel free to go over to patreon.com/herefortheclout. And Tony and I both explain it in the travel vlog, which I have not finished uploading yet. Actually, I haven't finished editing it. Don't judge me. I'm going to do it tomorrow. But when I have my nanny. But holy shit, it's bad. It hurts so bad.
Did you put any antibiotics on? I thought about that after. I thought we should have done that. I guess we were in the pool, or you were in the pool, even much more than I. But like I thought that full day, the chlorine was probably really doing its thing in there.
I mean,
That being said, we were also there on spring break with all of those frat children who were probably pissing in the pool the entire day.
I was peeing in the pool.
So was I.
Come on. Stop acting like we weren't peeing in the pool. Listen, if you're, I know there's some bitches who were like, oh my God, gross. Bitch, have you ever peed in a pool? Yeah, you have. Shut up.
And also, have you smelt the level of chlorine in there?
Yeah, it's irrelevant. It does not matter.
Counteract against it. Oh God,
Let me see
we
what
we just got canceled, didn't we?
No. Why? Then don't be in a pool with us. Who cares? So, in conclusion, Brooke of She Sells Scams by the Anus Shore and Shelby of She Sells Shells by the Scam Shore. You're both dumb and you both lose. One of you has a made up accent. One of you is 12. So that's it. Anyways, and more important news. I'm eating a chipwich again, and I don't need you to talk to me about it.
This was a fun episode, though. I loved all the crossover.
Yeah,
like to
there's
your
a
channel,
lot
like certain,
of
like,
lot of crossover.
There was a lot of crossover that we got to cover. That was fun. I enjoyed it. Not as much fun as we had last week. I want to know like feedback also from like Patreon people, like in the comments. If you love the live, if you love the Q&As with the husbands and finally got to see them. Brent has watched his and Tony segment a couple times. Loves watching him and Tony. Every time Tony talks, he's like, I'm like,
he's in love with him. He's literally.
No, they're in love with each other though.
It's so funny.
You guys, they watched the sunset together almost every single night while Chelsea and I were getting ready for dinner.
I honestly forgot that sunset was a thing. And then they sent pictures of them like, at sunset together.
You guys ready for dinner? This is us right now. Oh, and then Brent's literally showed everybody since we've been home, like our friends and family that we've come, in contact with since then, talking about the trip, love it so much. Tony, everything, wants to show them the whole sunset. So there was the first one, I think, where they took the video of the sunset. Oh no, that was the second day because they wanted to do the time lapse. So the first night was when they just took the photos together. And so I guess Brent was like, okay, let's take it like this. And they took it. And then Tony was like, hey, let's turn around and try it this way because the lighting is better. And he literally tells everybody that he's like, and it is better. Look at us. So we'll insert both.
Not Tony being like, yeah. So the phrase, the phrase he taught Brent?
Huh?
Golden hour.
Yep. It was the golden hour.
I gotta go.
I'm dead.
Off screen Tony. Now y'all know why he's off screen, because he's the producer. He's the director.
It was amazing to see their little love blossom.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. The video of him rubbing Tony aggressively, trying to warm him up after dinner. And you and Tony just going, Chelsea, help! Tony needs an adult. I mean, the couple that was with us was like, why'd you come here? They were so funny.
I love them.
Mm-hmm.
They are my newest obsession. Those two.
Well, not those two. You're talking about Nicole and John.
Oh, them as well. They're wonderful. I can't wait to go to Vegas again. That's going to be a whole new experience.
They were, how do you say,
Hot and
horny. Oh, yep.
Both of them.
Yeah. Ooh. I was like, Sherrilyn,
so many
hot dad, hot dad, hot dad, hot dad. There's a hot dad. And then Sherrilyn was like, wait, hold on. His daughter has a mermaid tail.
Yes. And then fell in love with her, then looked behind us when he was like walking over to his wife, who was waiting for a chair near us. And then Chelsea was like, wait, the wife's even hotter. And then we were like, girl, come over on our chair. And then we became best friends. Yeah, we met a lot of friends. We have a lot of places that we can go and travel and reconnect.
That's honestly, like, meeting people on vacation is one of my favorite things ever.
It is really fun. And I look back at, like, I'm watching the newest season of White Lotus, and it makes me laugh even more now because I'm like, you know, like the people that you meet and their stories.
Who
on vacation?
Who would have gotten murdered? DJ. Sorry, DJ.
Yes. We love you. Yeah, he would have.
So DJ, he was with his dad, and they sat down next to us. Of course, Brent was like, oh, hey, look at them, and had like already met them before. And so he sat down next to us, and we were talking, and his dad, Gary, was like, oh yeah, I brought him for his 21st birthday. And I was like, oh my God, that's amazing, whatever. So we were talking about that. And so his birthday was like the 8th or something like that. And so we're hanging with them, and then the service at one of the restaurants was like so weird. Like they sat me, this is when Sherrilyn was incapacitated. They sat me, Tony, and
unfortunately not from drinking. Like
no, from gluten and just your pants. So in the toilet, not in her pants. It was fine. So we were at a table, and they were like, sat us at this table that could fit like 8 people. And we're like, well, we've already been all over the resort. We know there's a bunch of like big ass parties. Like there's a 4-person table right there. Why don't you just sit us at that one? Like, what are y'all doing? Like, should we take over? Should we work here? And then they like, you know, Gary and his son DJ were like waiting for so long. And finally Brent was like, it's ridiculous. Why are they waiting so goddamn long? Like there's 7 tables, and like they don't take reservations. There's 7 tables next to us for 2 people or 3 people or 4. Like what's going on? So Brent like hooted and hollered, not in an aggressive way, but was just like, hey, he's just loud. So, you know, was like, there's these tables open. So finally got them sat. And then for the guy's birthday, like got him a shot of tequila and all that. And it was just so funny. And then the next night, or the night after that, the next night maybe, me and Sherrilyn go to dinner, and DJ and Gary are at dinner, like sitting at her table. And I'm like, oh, cool. Okay. Yeah. And so it was his birthday. And then I guess I didn't know we were doing it, but then that night we celebrated my birthday. I don't know if y'all know this, but one thing I hate a lot, other than people that chew with their mouth open, is being sung happy birthday at a restaurant.
It happened.
Sherrilyn didn't know that. Tony did. So he's at fault. But it was amazing though, because the man's voice was very much like,
it was adorable.
Like Andrea Bocelli, who? Like what the
why are you at the Hard Rock? Like,
no, literally,
baby boy.
He was, and then he just came out with some Elvis, and I'm like, I sing that song to my son every night. Like, what the?
Yes,
it was amazing.
I'm pretty sure I have the footage.
Oh no, yep, you have it, and Tony does, and Tony has it from when they like start, and I'm like, what's happening? and then I turned to DJ, and I was like, this is for you, and he goes, no, this is for you, and I was like, no, this is for you. It's not for me. That's for you, buddy.
You are. I have that.
Happy birthday. Oh, no. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Chelsea. Happy birthday. Oh
It was hilarious. I also have a video of after that because it was quite cold outside the restaurant, but we, wanted to sit outside. And so they gave all of us like these little like fleece like blankets or little shawls. And all of us were accosted walking out. We had to hand them back to them. But Sherrilyn was distracted making a child cry. We'll get into that later. On Patreon, we talk about it. And so we're all waiting there, blanketless, because we all thought we could take them out of the restaurant. We could not. They stopped all of us. And the video was just on Sherrilyn talking to this family because she made their kid cry. And it was not Cher's fault. The kid is 100% autistic, which go off, queen. I'd be crying too if this bitch came and gave me a compliment. I'd be scared. And Sherrilyn then is like trying to walk away, and they're like flanking her. There's like two servers
I didn't know
like
what's going on. I
chasing her
literally thought I
down.
was in trouble because of the whole like interaction. I was like, what's going on? And you're laughing so hard you're crying. So I'm still not like, I'm looking at you for direction.
We're all just staring at her.
I'm like, what's happening? They're like ripping at me, and they're like, ma'am, like your blanket. And I was like, what? I was just talking to her. She's crying. I had to get. They were on it though.
I made this child cry. Yeah, because they heard me joke that, because as we got up, DJ was like, I'm taking this with me. And I said, wait, we just leave with it? And then Cher puts hers on, and he goes, well, that's not fair. It looks like part of her outfit. And I said, I'll make it look like part of me. And he turns around. By the time he turns around, I have it shoved in my dress. And I go, who needs a BBL? And it's just, I just look like
they saw it. They grabbed out of your ass.
I wish. They did see me do that, though. So they were like, okay, we know what they're trying to do.
That was the night we did the escape room too, right? Next night? Oh, yeah. That I wish we would have been able to film, because that was one of my favorite nights. Like Brett and I, when everyone's asking how it was, we were like, and they had an escape room. And like on Tony and Chelsea's last night, we did the escape room. And then Brent's flex is always, and we had 11 minutes to spare. It was so good. We worked really well.
Okay. Well, let me tell y'all something. Sherrilyn was so impressed with me in an escape room. And I know half of y'all were like, yeah, Sherrilyn, she's autistic. How do you think it would go?
No, I knew that, but I just had fun.
Well, after I solved the first part, well, the first like clues in like the first room or whatever.
Yeah.
Sherrilyn gets so excited and impressed and probably turned on because I think she humped me. She bear hugs me and picks me up and like shakes me. You don't remember that, do you? Tony turned around and was like, what is happening? And I was just like, Sherrilyn, we got to go to the other room. Like, you're wasting time.
It was good because the boys didn't have faith in us. That's why we were left to fend for ourselves, and you were the one who cracked it. Well, it deserved a moment.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure none of y'all would have figured anything out if I wasn't there. But also, oh my God. Brent and you were so funny because you were both like hyping each other up, and you're like, oh, this goes to this. And me and Tony are just like, no. And just like touching things and like doing other things. And we're just like, no, we got it. Don't worry. It was so funny. I even told Tony, I was like,
I loved it.
I was like, I'm so good at escape rooms. I need to do one here. I'm so good at them.
It was so fun.
It reminds me, listen, if you're autistic, like the puzzle type of autistic, you get it. Go to an escape room. You'll feel real smart. And then all your friends will be like, wow, she doesn't just want to corner me and talk to me about butterflies. She's real smart.
I was really sad that we couldn't do the mansion one.
I know, yeah.
Next.
Yeah, me too.
We'll have to next. But anyways. Yeah, I wanted to do it right after, but at 45 American a pop, we were
just expensive. That's how they get you, girl. Just like they got me with the awaken your senses bullshit.
That's not normal though, like at an all-inclusive, so like that bothered me because the upselling that was my only complaint about.
And the beds. The beds were dog.
Oh yeah, the bed sucked. Like I'm still like dealing with the shoulder. Ugh. Everything else though, the ambience, the cleanliness, the food. My biggest thing on vacation is the food. I could have eaten the food for another like 3 weeks. Like there was so much to do.
Oh my God, I forgot to tell you.
What?
When we were checking out at 4 a.m., the lady at the front desk yelled at Tony. I completely forgot to tell you. Yeah, why? She did. She did not like us.
Why?
I'll tell you why off camera. It was
okay.
It was so funny. It was so funny. And we were both caught off guard by like
At
it
checkout?
was hilarious. We were both like
So this has
stunned.
probably ruined your checkout experience because you guys, Chelsea, what I learned on this vacation was Chelsea's never checked out of a hotel before. She just leaves, like, because she's got everything registered.
Yeah, I prepay for everything. I don't
But
need
in
to
the
waste my
all-inclusive,
time.
you go, you get the band cut, you do all the shit.
Yeah,
They
I've
don't
never
just let you walk out.
I've never paid for a resort. Every time I've stayed at an actual resort, it's my parents paying when I was 12 or 6, not even 16, whatever. So I've never stayed like at a resort like this and when I'm paying for it. So yeah, I stayed, and Tony and I are very much so Hilton, Marriott, bitches, Bonvoy. Okay, bitch, let's go. And so it's just,
Yeah.
I leave my key in the room, or there's a little box at the Hilton Midtown, little box, and you just put it in and you're done and you leave and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's more of a process.
yeah, I don't need it to be, and it's offensive that it was.
It shouldn't have been, yeah. Because we already prepaid for freaking
Yeah,
everything.
right. I literally prepaid for everything. But it's also really like this lady was so offended by Tony literally just talking to me and us like being silly and goofy at 4 a.m. But like with each other, we weren't even talking to her. It was so weird. So yeah, this episode was insane. I don't remember where I am or what's happening, and I really hope that by the time we film again, well, it'll be for a bonus episode, but I hope for when we film again, I'm not sick. I probably still will be. And I'm sorry. So
It's
sorry.
fine.
So sorry. But you should go to Patreon.
Yeah, please do. We have fun. Chelsea's dead. Yeah, it's fun over there. No, it actually is. It's so fun over there. And that's what I'm saying. Don't take it from us. Like, look in the comments.
They'll get you. They'll get you.
We have a lot of fun. There's so much content. And then, yeah, we have the travel vlog, which I'm actually very excited to review and just like see the trip all over again. We had so much fun. It'll be fun.
I
to
will have
review.
that up by end of day tomorrow, I promise. And by end of day, I mean like be the end of my day, which is like midnight. And then also I do want to, for our travel vlog for London, I do want to make it to where it's like, where we have like the interview style parts where it like cuts away.
Right. Yeah.
Girl, I want to do that so bad.
I know you wanted to do it on this one too. Now
just didn't have
knowing it though, we
time.
can like
Yeah.
pre-plan.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be a perfect one.
Oh
to
my
do
God, that would
on.
be so funny to like have Brent be saying something and then cut to Tony and be like, that's not what happened. Yeah. I love it.
I love it.
Or like me being like, I wasn't even yelling at those teen boys. And then cut to you and be like, Chelsea did yell at teen boys, but listen, they deserved it. Which they also weren't teens. They were 23. But those kids were assholes.
Yeah, don't ever. That is one thing that we can say about the trip was we do next time need to look at like the dates and how they correspond with spring break, because we had no idea what we were getting in for, and it was spring break. Thank God we met our little babies. But aside from that, could have done without it.
Who are, they go to Baylor, and they are Baylor Kappa, and they are so sweet and so cute, and we love them so much.
You guys are, congratulations. You guys are now aunties and uncles, and
the 5 men who listen to us. Yeah, so we love you and appreciate you. Feel free to go over to patreon.com/here for the clout. We have a $5 tier and a $10 tier. On the $10 tier, you are getting 4 to 5 bonus episodes a month and travel vlogs, behind the scenes stuff, all that. And then on the $5 tier, you are getting 2 bonus episodes a month. So it's a lot of content. You can also get a 20% discount by paying for the annual membership up front. And that's $97. It's like 96 point something, but it's like $97.
which is crazy for the freaking year, because
That's
we
insane.
already have so much.
Girl, so much backlogged content. It's crazy. Do y'all want to see Sherrilyn trying to take my boot off and flinging me off of a bed? Get that $10 tier. Right there, it's worth it.
First travel vlog.
Such a struggle.
Do you want to see Chelsea decimating an aloe plant to get Tony some aloe for his sunburn, and then he didn't even use it, and then we were trying to dodge the workers at the resort? $10 tier.
Yep.
We went on a
Yeah.
Mission Impossible excursion. It was really fun.
And
Anyways, it's
I
fun
keep-
over there. We love you. We still love you
Oh,
here
yeah.
though too.
Yes,
so.
yeah, no, it is. It's over. I have to go. We have to go. I have to go take medicine
love
and
you.
let Wiggum out. But we love you so much, and we hope that you damn the man.
Save the empire.
No. Stay feral.
Damn them.
And then save the empire.
Damn the man! Save the empire!
Okay, goodbye.
Bye.